Hi guys, I'm so sorry about the time fuck up. I'm such an idiot. 9 p.m. EST used to be in Australia 9 a.m. Australian time, but now it's 10 a.m. Australian time because you guys have changed your clocks. So I set it at 9 a.m. Australian time, my time, but I really should have set it at 10 a.m. So sorry, guys. What an idiot. So I'm an hour later than all of you have been waiting. So those of you who've been sitting here, I'm so sorry. I'll try and read your questions. From the UK, can I stay up to catch you? Who knows? Anyway, thank you for your content. I'm slowly sinking in how I've done all I've done. Oh, Dave, are you still here, darling? You're asleep. Kerry, wondering, can I just overpower negative thoughts with affirmations to manifest, or if I have to unpack all past subconscious trauma beliefs before I can receive what I want? So much I want now and tired. You don't have to unpack all your past traumas. Jesus Christ. Fuck, if you wanted to unpack all your subconscious beliefs that have fucked you up, you'd be here forever and then you'd be dead by the time you did it. No, darling, just have a generalized feeling better about your self-concept stuff. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry about this being so late. It's at the right time, but I said it at the wrong time. So sorry, guys. So sorry. Are you all here? Is anybody still here? It's okay, Lodge, you're worth the wait. Oh, sorry, guys. So it used to be, I used to know to go live every morning on YouTube when it was exactly 9 a.m. my time. It was always 9 p.m. like New York time, EST. But because of the clocks, what an idiot. No wonder everyone was confused in the Facebook group. They're like, that's the wrong time. I'm like, no. Fucking idiot. Hi, guys. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Alice. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Brianna. Hi, Brienne. Hi, Majestic. Hi, Nat Cohen. Hi, Adriana. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Kristen. Hi, guys. So sorry. Okay, let me roll up because there's so many questions here already and I bloody missed them all. Yes, I think she just mixed up the time because of daylight savings. It's exactly what I did, Brandon. I will remember not to do that next week. I'm sorry, guys. And then last week I was sick, so I didn't even do this live. I cancelled it. So I probably did the same thing last week without realising. Oh, too late to wait another hour. Sorry, guys, those of you in the UK. But I normally, look, those of you who are watching this on replay, the UK one is 9 a.m. UK time Tuesdays. So I did it yesterday, my time, on Tuesday. So 9 a.m. UK, I go live every week on YouTube, okay? This is the second one, all right? Right, guys, hang on. When you do affirmations, can you mention your SP's name or have to say SP? What does SP even mean? Your brain won't know what the fuck you're talking about. Of course you say their name or he or she. You do not, under any circumstances, say specific person or SP. Your brain will go, fuck are you talking about? No, darling. People are only doing that on videos so that you insert the name where they're saying the word SP. That's all done. Hi, Loz. SP came back in spotty contact for the past few months. He asked me how I felt about things. I sent him a short memo saying, I'm happy we can move forward. I cherish our connection, then silence. Okay, so why are you giving that bad meaning? Maybe he's sitting there contemplating it. Maybe he's thinking up something to say. Maybe he's sitting there in his notes recomposing 1,000 times the message he's going to send back to you telling you how much he loves you. Are you doing our Give a Good Meaning challenge or are you freaking out over nothing? Guys, if you're not doing the Give a Good Meaning challenge in the Facebook group, I implore you, if you're dreaming up bad scenarios like this person's doing, come and join it. If he asked you and you were truthful, then did you have any fearful thoughts that what you said was too much? You shouldn't have said it. It's gonna be too much for him. It's too overwhelming. I've said too many things. I shouldn't have told him how I felt. Have you had any of those fears since you sent it, or while you were sending it, or before you sent it? That's why. You've got to understand that's playing out. So get rid of all those fearful thoughts and just to give it all good meaning, the silence. Dave, I'm in the UK too. I still want to revise my day, do some scripting and say my affirmations. I'm awake with you, my friend. Sorry, guys, all of you in the UK. You're probably all asleep now. Well, that's great, darling. You're revising your day, doing some scripting and saying affirmations. Wonderful. Hey, Loz, I'm 15. I've been feeling really down about myself. Oh, darling. And my life and friends, etc. Even though I have a boyfriend who really loves me, plus parents I want to be the woman who has it all. What do you recommend I should affirm? Well, darling, Jesus Christ, you're only 15. Stop beating up on yourself so much. Look, 15 is an unusual age. You're not quite 16 and you're not quite you're like coming out of the lower teen years and not quite 16 yet and you're not at 18, right? It's a time when you're learning who you are, okay? So whatever's happening right now, never beat up on yourself about not knowing you know, not having exactly what you want. Fuck, I was a fucking mess when I was 15. When I was 16, I was even worse. Okay, darling, I was a fucking nightmare. My self-concept was in the toilet, right? Darling, if you've got a boyfriend who loves you and a family who loves you, give that all good meaning that you are the person who's loved. Give that evidence in your 3D, meaning that, of course, I'm wonderful. Don't feel down about yourself. And if you do, darling, please do the affirmations that make you feel better. Like, I am chosen. I am loved. I'm the most lovable girl in the world. I do get everything I want. This is just the beginning. It's going to get better and better from now on. Every day I'm feeling better and better. Okay, little ones like that help you. And come and join all our lives every day. I go on TikTok every day. So if you just join me on YouTube, I do go live on TikTok every day except Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, well, Friday morning Australian time. But okay, so come and join us. And you'll feel better every time. And you'll incrementally feel better. But look at your life and realize how many people love you, darling, and give that boost, let it boost you. But don't feel bad about not having all your shit together and not being the woman who has it all by 15. Jesus Christ, did you say me at 15? Far out. She's not here yet. Yes, I am here now. I know that the victims of narcissistic men have a shitty self-concept of themselves and the men, but what is your opinion on the term love bombing? Yes, it's what narcissists do. Feel so starved of love, your concept's poor of yourself, you are an overgiver, you take people at their word, love bombing will affect you because you'll be like, oh my God, I've never felt love like this before. This feels so amazing. And they'll totally trick you into bombing you with this love, and you soak it up and you think I've never felt love like this before. And then when they've hooked you in with your poor self-concept, they slowly take the love away and start belittling you and blah, 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 until they've just turned you into this little puddle of crap, and then they discard you for someone else. That's what they do because of your self-concept. Whereas if you were a person whose self-concept was high, love bombing wouldn't happen to you. You'd be like, yeah, of course you love bomb me. I deserve all this. You wouldn't be like, oh, this feels amazing. You'd be like, yeah, I deserve this. You'd Meghan Markle yourself up and think, well, of course you fucking love me. Who doesn't? Everyone does, right? When your self-concept poor, you can be love bombed. You fall for the love bombing. Oh, sorry, I have to turn my air conditioning off because I'm freezing. Hang on. Sorry, guys. It's going to be 36 degrees Celsius here today, and I'm just cooling the house down before that happens. Shy, she will see the questions, yes. Did she cancel? No, I didn't cancel. I'm just an idiot. Hello from Perth, Scotland. Oh, I'm in your sister town in Australia. Is this live still happening? Sorry, guys. Loz, I'm so happy you're on YouTube. If you take video suggestions, can you make a video on thought transmission? I did. It's the very first one I did, darling. It's called How People Reflect Your Thinking. It's a whole 12 minutes about it. It's got a pink thumbnail. It's in the How to Manifest playlist. And it's called You Manifest Every Fucking Day on the thumbnail. I go in depth about it. I wonder if she has a timing off. Yes. I think she put the time wrong. Yes, I did. 2 weeks ago I was on time. I know I'm an idiot, guys. Sorry. My brain's not been the best while I've been sick. My brain's all over the place. I think she did a mix-up. Yes, I did. Sorry, guys. So, guys, if you're in the UK, just remember I go 9 a.m. every Tuesday UK time. Question. I manifested a very nice sleepover with my SP after he ignored me for a week. 2 days later, he blocked me mid-WhatsApp conversation. I'm petty and was annoyed, so blocked him back. I want him to call and apologise to work things out but not cop out on WhatsApp. Should I unblock? Well, how the fuck's he going to call you if he's blocked? Tasha. Guys, so many of you are so triggered and do blocking. You've got to understand when you block people, it's because you're triggered. You understand that, don't you? They haven't done anything to trigger you. If you feel triggered by being blocked, if you feel triggered by the conversation, if you feel triggered by what they've done in the 3D, that's got nothing to do with them. You trigger yourself. You understand that? Then you go and block them, and now you're expecting a phone call from a person who physically can't call you. That sounds insane. Unblock them so they can fucking call you and work on your self-concept that allowed you to get triggered by them in the first place or caused him to block you in the first place. What the fuck were you saying or thinking whilst being in that conversation? Did you say things like, I'd like to see you more. I don't want this to be a one-off thing. I feel used. Why did you just sleep with me and I haven't heard from you? Did you do things like that? Were you getting triggered by the fact that you'd slept together and then he hadn't made it official? Were you pushing it? What were you doing that made him go, oh, God, needy, desperate energy? Go away. What were you doing or saying or thinking? Got to own up to that, guys. Fix it in the 4D. You need to work on your self-concept in 3 days and trigger you. Yes, guys, excellent advice. I totally created time to recreate yes, guys. You got this, Tasha. Here's yours. Yes. Sure, Tasha. Trust yourself and be unshakably confident. Believe that you are going to get what you want because it's like that. You can get what you want always. Trust and persist in your manifestation. Guys, these advices are fantastic. Hey, Laws, I'm 15. I saw that one. Hugs from Argentina. Oh, hey, Laws, part 1. I'm at work, so just type in my question now so I can come back and hear your answer. I feel I know the answer, but I can't put my finger on it. Yes, where's part 2? Part 2. He texted yesterday. We were arguing about assets. He is wanting to come take more, tells me I'm being unfair. What would I do about this? What, your ex? Have you actually properly divorced yet? Have you sat down and done one of those asset allocation documents, like an affidavit, whatever it's called, where even before you're divorced, you actually do a documentation of who owns what and a separation document? Have you done that? That's what you need to do. You need to legalize all this shit now. You can't just have him coming in and saying, I want more and I'm going to take more and I'm going to take one child and I'm not going to give you the mortgage. Like, you've got to do a whole lot of things legally. Now your self-concept's on point and you realize your worth. You got to fucking put your foot down that and do things with proper paperwork like everyone else does when they get separated. None of this negotiation stuff, out loud talking or over text. Have you got a lawyer? Nat, lawyer up. Like, that sounds ridiculous. But now that you have got your self-concept on point, you can do that and not feel like you're doing anything wrong. You can just be like, well, I deserve to have all my assets. And no, you're not having anything else. You're getting what you're given and then we're splitting this evenly or whatever it is and lump it. You know what I mean? Like, stand up for yourself in the 3D, but also now you know your worth, Nat. You're not going to take anything less than what you want. Just assume he's not the person who tries to take your assets. Just assume he's not the person. Just give it the meaning, darling. Give it good meaning that he had a fight with his girlfriend. He's been fighting all week and he's pissed off. And he's going to come to you and say, oh, sorry, Nat. I was just really cranky because we're splitting up at the moment and she's giving me the shits. Oh, I didn't turn the air conditioner off. It won't turn off. Hang on. This fucking thing. Sorry, guys. I thought I turned it off. How can I manifest meeting my SP? We're long distance. If you think that the distance is a problem, it will be a problem. Stop thinking it's a problem. Imagine you two together in a place. Either it's the place that you live at, the place he lives at. See you two together, living together or being together. And then it will work itself out. Hi from Ohio. Oh, hi from Mexico. Oh, hi, guys. Sorry, guys, for all the... Oh, God, here's all the questions that just popped up. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, whoa, there's 1,000 questions. Whoa, where's the... Hang on, shit. There's like 5,000 questions here. Ah! Hang on, guys. Fucking hell. There's like 1,000 just popped up. Wait a minute. Hi, Loz. I fell asleep last night envisioning my SP proposing to me on the beach. Today I saw a video of a guy proposing to a girl on the beach to give me a good meaning. Oh, wonderful, darling. Vertical land. No worries. We appreciate your help. Oh, yeah, I am feeling better, guys. Thank you. Always give a good meaning. My SP did not message call for 24 hours. Then I said maybe there was something urgent on his end. This he said he wasn't able to message because there was something urgent, stuff in family. Exactly, Queen Ray. Exactly. You never know, guys. It'll turn out to be exactly what you're saying the good meaning is. Because after 2 weeks of your sleep affirmations, I literally felt SP in my bed kissing me. There's a crack in those affirmations. There's crack in those affirmations. Ah, wonderful. There's crack in those affirmations. That's great. I just uploaded the I am chosen ones. They're very different from Kimberly's. I know Kimberly's did hers 2 days ago, even though everyone knows I've been releasing mine in a couple of days, but all power to her. She already had some. But mine are very different. And at the end, I get all emotional. You can hear my voice cracking. It sounds fucking stupid, but I didn't want to change it. I just left it. So you guys are just going to hear me being vulnerable and my voice cracking because they're my affirmations. Oh, my God, I could have thought of something more positive, like he's just tired or busy instead. Oh, it doesn't matter, darling. Oh, well, don't worry about it. I'm manifesting an SP that I met some months ago and he was in a relationship with kids. I should end my relationship with him till he ends his other relationship. He says he doesn't want to be with me. Well, darling, you literally chose someone who couldn't be with you. You literally chose someone who was already taken, had children, had commitments, and now he's saying, I can't be with you because deep down, that's why you chose a person who couldn't physically choose you. I used to find guys in a room who were married or had girlfriends or just got out of relationships, I would find them. I would sniff them out. Will you choose me? No? Okay, you'll do. When you feel unchosen, guys, you're going to choose a person every time who can't choose you. They'll be alcoholics, they'll have relationships, they'll have all kinds of fucking shit going on. See you and him together, darling, and work on your I am not chosen crap. Really do my sleep tape that comes out on Thursday every fucking night for 21 nights. And say them during the day. Remember, say less, manifest more. Yes, Diana, I love that. I have to put that on a t-shirt and wear it, look at myself in the mirror and remind myself every day. Hey, so I've wondered about how to create boundaries with my SP in 3D because of old dating beliefs around teaching them you're valuable by being scarce or speaking up for yourself. Thoughts? That's literal bullshit, though. Bullshit. Why do you need to make yourself scarce or speak up for yourself if they love you and respect you? That is coming from the deep down belief that men are shit, that you need to train them like a puppy dog, and that they are going to disrespect you if you don't speak up, and that you have to make yourself scarce to make yourself a rarity. So both those dating coaching beliefs are steeped in men are assholes. You have to manipulate them. They don't want commitment. You have to play games to get them. They won't respect you. You have to do things in the 3D to make things happen. You have to manipulate to get the relationship. If you do any of those things, darling, making yourself scarce, you're doing it from a state of fear. I need to do this to make you this way. I need to do this to make you love me, want me, etc. I don't want to look too needy, so I'm going to make myself scarce. All the fearful thoughts. Then the speaking up for yourself. If he respected you and was treating you like gold, what the fuck would you need to speak up for? You don't speak up when the person respects you and treats you beautifully. There's nothing to speak up about. They're treating you beautifully. I have a man who treats me beautifully. I have a man who contacts me all the time. I have a man who's constantly in my life. If you had affirmations like that and you felt chosen, wanted, loved, and adored, you wouldn't need to speak up or do any of that bullshit. That is complete bullshit. Guys, if you have to set a boundary in any kind of way, it's because you feel a person is going to overstep your boundary. And that means your self-concept's in the fucking toilet. A person who treats you beautifully would never overstep a boundary because you are a person who doesn't need boundaries. You understand? You don't need to set a boundary if your self-concept's good. No one will treat you bad. They just won't. You won't need to set a boundary when you're treated well because you think you are treated well. You think you are loved and chosen. They will choose you. You think you are loved, they will love you. You think they want you and want to spend time with you, you won't need to make yourself scarce. Got it? That's all some bullshit, though. I'm manifesting an SP that I met some months ago, and he was in a relationship with kids. I saw that one. Oh, my God. I could have – don't worry about that, John. I'm starting a new business venture, and I'm fighting my thoughts of fear on telling my brain to shut up and then I'm going to be successful. Well, darling, where the fuck is that coming from? Is that coming from I'm not good enough crap from childhood, or your parents were really strict or critical and made you feel like your grades weren't good enough, or they've always said, oh, don't do that. You should really just do a 9 to 5 and don't take a risk, and that's risky, and oh, God, who would start a business? That's so silly, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? I've always started businesses because my parents were business people, and I always watched them start businesses, and I never had an associated thought that starting a business is risky. My brother and I have started 3 businesses together, and I've started about 5 of my own, right? Less than that, maybe 4. So what I'm saying is that if you have that associated thought that business is risky, or I can't do this, or I'm going to fail, or nothing I do is good enough, or people won't want my services, that's your self-concept, but also what story did your family used to attach to business and risk and getting a real job? A lot of people have this kind of like mentality about a proper job is more stable than a business. But if you watch, there's an amazing video on YouTube by Jim Carrey. It goes for about 30 minutes, and it's all about manifestation, actually. And it's his valedictorian speech to a whole lot of, or it's a commencement speech for a whole lot of people leaving university. And he talks about his dad stayed in a steady job his whole life, thinking it was the risk-free alternative. And then one day he was just fired, and they ended up all living in a car. Being in a steady job doesn't mean no risk, right? So think about what your thoughts are about business and about yourself. I can't believe I caught you on here. I've been watching your videos nonstop today. I need to work on my self-concept game. Any suggestions? Alice, sit down. Write down all you're thinking for 20 minutes, just in complete silence. Don't have any videos on, no sound, nothing, and just write down everything you're thinking. And then you'll see a theme running, like I'm not good enough, or I'm not chosen, or I get rejected, or people are going to abandon me, or I fuck everything up, or whatever. And then you'll realize what you should be affirming and working on in your self-concept. You'll see it clear as day. Or write down what's triggering you or what triggers you. I have a self-concept course coming out at some point, guys, I promise. Hey, Loz, recently ran into my SP with a new wench I had manifested out of fear. Was wondering if you can give me a swift kick in the ass and snap me out of feeling like I should give up. Darling, look, just decide that no one gives him the love that you do. No one knows him like you do. That bitch will help you get him back because he'll spend time with her and realize no one is you. No one gets him like you. She doesn't like the same things you do that he does. They don't get along. He can't stand spending time with her. He doesn't like having sex with her. Everything about her gives him the ick and just brings him closer and closer to you. And every moment he spends with her makes him realize that you were the one all along. She's going to help you. He wasn't sure before. Now he's fucking sure that he spent time with the wench. I applied for a job. I've been so confident that it's already mine. Now I have an interview on Tuesday. So nervous. Oh, don't be nervous, darling. Imagine the job's yours already. That job's in the bag. They love me. I'm the greatest candidate they've ever met. When I walk in the room, they're mesmerized by me. And as soon as you leave, imagine you got it already. I love working at. Hi, Loz. Is there a way I can manifest money when I really need it right now to pay for bills? Just imagine your bills are paid. All my bills are paid. I'm so relieved all my bills are paid. It feels so good that all my bills are paid. Thank God all my bills are paid. Just say that and how it comes about will come about, okay? All you do is affirm new thoughts in state of relief called Sabbath. All your focus is redirected to the new story whenever doubt comes up. That's all manifesting is. Yes, all you do is affirm new thoughts in the state of relief called the Sabbath. All your focus is redirected to the new story whenever doubt comes up. That's all manifesting is. Yes, conscious manifesting. So the Sabbath, as Neville talks about it, is when you feel like it is done. You've done all the affirmations. You've got to a point where you truly and utterly are in the state of relief of like, I know this is mine. Any day now. It's here. I just can't see it with my eyes. The Sabbath, the day of rest, right? Then what Callie's talking about here is your focus needs to be redirected to the new story whenever doubt comes up, because doubt is the devil. So whenever you're doubting your manifestation, no, the new story is this. The new story is my affirmations. The new story is what I'm getting. The new story is what I have, right? Whenever you feel doubtful, go back to the new story. Absolutely, Callie, that's 100%. Oh, my God, no, I thought I started just now. Oh, sorry, guys. It wasn't an hour ago, it's now. I started doing the self-concept and 2 of my exes got in contact. The one I still want is not called yet. I know it's coming. Don't worry, darling. Birds full there. I might get Facebook just for you. Oh, go and join the group, darling. It's lovely in there. Hey, Loz, do you think it's possible to manifest my face completely changing without getting plastic surgery? Yes, say, I love my button nose. I love my glowing skin. My complexion is perfection. My face is so symmetrical. Start saying it. Loz, SP's life goal is to have kids. I absolutely don't know how to resolve this. Just decide that he doesn't want them anymore. Just decide that he loves you more than the idea of children. Just see you and him together having a wonderful life in your 80s and you've traveled the world and you live alone. There's no kids there. Say, he wants what I want. Manifest his second SP. He is absolutely amazing. I'm a little confused now on how to manifest going forward. Oh, it can happen, guys. You can manifest both at the same time. Just see what happens. See how you feel about the second SP after a while. Because they'll start reflecting your new self-concept. Ignore the outside and trust your inner visions. If need be, reject it and walk away. Trust me, they will change and chase you. Yes, golden affirmation. That's great. Trust me, they will change and chase you. Yes, I love that. Ignore the outside, guys. This is just a reflection of your old thinking. Loz, I affirm my group partner trusts me, and today you messaged me saying, I'm so glad he's my partner. Oh, really? After you were saying you didn't think he trusted you and he wasn't supporting you. Oh, wonderful. All right, darling. I think I remember that. Loz, how do I stop thinking of a situation certain people obsessively? I didn't react to 3D, but now my mind is going mental with combos I could have had. Look, guys, I used to do that when I had severe anxiety and I was thinking, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. I would think about conversations I had 10 years ago and think what I should have said. Stuff like that. Like I had a diary when I was going through my first bout of therapy and the fucking thoughts that would go through my mind about this and that. I should have said that. Why didn't I do that? Oh, I beat myself up. Start doing my anti-anxiety meditation, darling, and saying, I don't let my thoughts run me anymore. I don't go over the past anymore. The past is dead to me. I don't coulda, woulda, shoulda anymore. Start saying those ones and go and do that anti-anxiety meditation. Hey, beautiful, I finally caught you on YouTube. Oh, Gina. Hi, Brittany. The Canadian and I had a little hiccup last week and we hadn't been talking. Oh, no. I listened to Kimberly's new affirmations, had a dream about him and woke up to him calling me, apologizing. Oh, good, darling. Also, he's getting help for his addiction and he's getting his life back together by finding a job and returning to fighting. I'm really proud of him and I've been affirming for his healing. Oh, good, Brittany. Good, darling. Love your content. Believed he would take me to the airport after a huge fight. I asked. He said yes. Offered to take and pick me up. Also to watch my house while I'm gone. Oh, wonderful, Alison. You did that. Great. My first life. Oh, Guy, how are you? Love you, Lauren. I can manifest jobs and higher pay, but I have trouble in all other areas. Waiting on your video on rewriting the story and steps to success. Well, listen to the old story one, getting rid of the old story. Okay, so if you can manifest jobs with higher pay, but have trouble in all other areas. So what are these other areas you have trouble with, guys? So whatever other areas you're having trouble with, literally write the opposite of everything that's happened. So write down your love life story and then write down your family relationship dynamic story and write down your friendship story, whatever these other areas that are problematic are. Write it all down what actually happened, okay? Then look at it and word for word write a different line for each one. My family and I have never got along. My family and I have always got along like a house on fire. My friendships always fall apart. My friends are there for me 100%. Like write the opposite and then go take those old stories, go burn them and just focus on the new stories of every little aspect that you have and have a story for each. That's revision. I'll do a video on revision. And thank you for all your complimentary comments, guys. It's lovely. Hey, Loz, question for a friend who couldn't stay up. Why do I automatically revert to making up negative scenarios concerning my life? Because it's just a set point. It's like being, the plane in Top Gun and they're looking for the target. They're flying, oh, target, right? And it's locked on. We're locked in. We're locked in. You ever watch Top Gun? They're locked into the target. And then another plane will come and shoot them off course. And but then they come back and the auto thing goes and goes back again and locked in again. Your brain is locked into the old thinking, and her old thinking must be locked into negativity, to the pessimism, to the bad scenario, to the worst case scenario, okay? She could have had parents around her that were constantly negative and pessimistic. She could have had things happen to her that always went wrong when she was a child and things went wrong around her. She could have been made to feel not good enough and put down a lot, okay, or been criticized a lot and made to feel like she was doing things wrong, so she would always jump to the negative. And so her mind just got to the point where it always thought that that's the way the world worked and that being negative is the way to stay safe. That's the lock-in point. It's going back to the target always of negativity is safer. We don't want to big ourselves up. People might think we're arrogant. We don't want to think too much about how good it could go because it could go badly. Always think the worst and then you won't be disappointed or whatever my mum used to say, all that shit, right? It's the set point of this is safer. That's why she goes back to it all the time. She's just got to think differently, new negative, get rid of the negative thoughts and think new positive ones every time she thinks those thoughts. Loz, is it possible we manifested our own bad experiences as far as abuse when we were children? No, not when you're children, darling. Absolutely not when you're children. No child manifests what happens to them. But as a teenager, if you were, say, by the age of like 15, 16 or whatever, say you were treated very badly by your family, by the time you get to 15, 16 and boys start being around you, whatever, you could get, say, abused because you feel worthless, you feel not good enough, and then you get yourself in a situation with a person who takes advantage of you because of your feelings about yourself. Your self-concept's kind of already formed by then. So then in your teen years, it can be based on how you already feel about you. Unfortunately. Your spirit and passion is fantastic, Lots. Oh, thank you, darling. Lots. Okay. Not much here. Darling. Now, after that apology message, I'm kind of lost now considering he didn't want a response. I simply sent a heart acknowledging, but I'm in the state of now what? It's a concern, wondering how things will work from here. I noticed I'm focusing on the part of the message you said, if we find our way back together and hopes that we're healed. Darling, you're really focusing on the negative in that message. I didn't see anything negative about that message. He said, I hope we find our way back to each other. What is negative about that? He didn't write, fuck off and die. This is my apology because you wanted one. I want nothing to do with you. I never want to see you again. I'm really glad we're over. Goodbye. You took it as a goodbye message, as a negative. You're just focusing on all the negative in the message and not seeing any of the positive. I read that message as like the most lovely message of him being madly in love with you, and you've taken it all and just blown it out of proportion as being like the worst message anyone's ever sent anybody, and it's a goodbye message. And I read it completely differently. Why are you reading it like that? Why don't you feel brave enough to write back to him saying, I hope we find our way back to each other too. I love you so much and I will always love you. Why aren't you brave enough to do that? Because you believe he doesn't love you deep down. You believe it is a goodbye. You believe this is an ending. You believe it's over. You believe you're not good enough to have a message where it's all positive. You read all the negative into that, darling. I don't know why. That's about you. Right? A person who doesn't feel good enough about themselves will see a beautiful positive message and see one negative thing and turn the whole thing negative. That's what you've done. How you go forward in this in the 3D is up to you, but it's what you're thinking about it that matters. And you're thinking about it negatively. I want you to flip the whole thing and think about it positively. And imagine this man is madly in love with you. And that's why he said, I want us to find a way back together. I hope we do. And then give him time. Allow it to work in its own time. And darling, you need that time to work on your self-concept. So when it does come back together with you, you don't break up again. You need this time. I can see you need the time. So don't give it a negative. But if it's the last buy, he wishes the best. What can I do to move out of this concern? What now state? I feel very lost where I put my mind wrapping around. Yeah, listen to what I just said. Hi, Loz. You gave advice on your Facebook Live to affirm during my dinner date with my SP. He literally couldn't keep my gaze. He would look at me, smile, and then look down. We have another date on Friday. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. Love when they can't look at you because when you look at them, they're like, that's great. Hooray, darling. Hi, Loz. If you tell yourself you don't care what happens anymore, are you manifesting that you don't care anymore what happens between you and your SP? No, you can just say, I know this is going to work out, so I don't care what the fuck happens in 3D because I always get what I want. I would add that to it. Not, I don't give a shit about this whole situation. Hi, Loz. Been doing really good this past few weeks, constantly affirming, visualizing, and living in the end, but today is very unusual. Part 2, I got easily irritated, negative thoughts popping in, but I affirm against it and I had an emotional breakdown. Is this purging? Thank you. Look, guys, a breakdown is the best thing that can happen to you. Somebody had a book the other day. It was on a TikTok and I should have saved it. It was something about having emotionally abusive parents or something, the parenting trap, or I can't remember what the book was called. And it was saying a breakdown is your body saying, and Jim Carrey talks about this, the depression is this too. Is it saying, we've had enough of the mask. We've had enough of the way you're living. We've had enough of this fake you. We've had enough of you pretending everything's fine. We've had enough of you being not the real you. Enough. A breakdown sometimes is the best thing to happen, guys. It's letting all the old you out. It's purging every old fucking feeling, every old bit of self-concept, every old bit of worthlessness and negativity that you had. It's just like vomiting out. Good. I've had 2 nervous breakdowns. Now I look back at as the best things that ever happened to me, especially the second one, because it led me to the therapy that helped me. If I hadn't had that, I would still be rock bottom and just spiraling, but just in the mire of it. I needed a breakdown to get to therapy, right? So don't beat yourself up. Think of it as a good thing. Give it good meaning. Hi, Loz. If you tell yourself, I saw that one. Have I missed one? My SP is back, but not totally in. Is it okay to hang out with other men, friends, nothing hanky-panky? I'm a 60-year-old widow trying to figure it out. Darling, you do whatever you want, okay? Jesus, I'm a 60-year-old woman. I can do the fuck what I want. I've lived life. I know myself. Think like that, okay? But darling, it's up to you what you do. It's companionship. If you want to spend time with other men and lap up their adoration of you and spend time with them and get attention, do it. And imagine that the SP is going to step up, that he's changing slowly but surely, slowly, catchy monkey, that he is going to conform to exactly what you want. And in the meanwhile, you're going to go and have fun. Kim's I Am Chosen tape made me have nightmares, but it showed me what I'm fearing. Oh, really? I think hers is more about relationships. Mine's more about your actual self-concept of feeling not chosen. Hers is like, I love feeling loved. I love feeling this and that, loved by people. I love being the priority. Mine's a lot different. Mine's about being good enough, like being enough and chosen. Mine's slightly different than hers. It's more self-concept-y, really. You can do both, like alternate night and night. Hang on. Kim's, I know I saw the one. My SP and I saw each other last night after a 2-month breakup. Even though he mentioned only wanting to stay friends, he also started to tell me nobody has made him feel the way I do when he's with me. Wonderful, darling. Just give that excellent meaning. So instead of letting it trigger me, I felt so happy and excited that he said that, and I'm seeing it as he's finally conforming. Keep persisting. Yes, darling. Don't give it any bad meaning. Like, they might be showing up as the old them slightly, but then they're confessing what they really feel. Okay, so that's just remnants of the old him, the friend shit. And that's also you feeling not chosen. So you can really work on the chosen stuff, that of course I'm the girlfriend. I'm not the fucking friend. Frenchman. Wonderful, darling. I'm also working on my SP self-concept because I've seen on his socials he calls himself stupid and puts himself down. Well, say that, darling. Say he doesn't put himself down anymore. He thinks he's great. Say that, Hallie. Hi, Loz. So excited to have found you. It makes so much freaking sense. Oh, good. Reading gets real. Yay. Hi, Loz. Why can't we send you super chats? I have no idea. How do I turn that on? Look, I'm meant to be monetized. I got monetized in a week. But somehow I've got an old AdSense account. And because I've got this old AdSense account, I can't turn my monetization on. And I can't figure it out why. So that's probably why. Because I can't monetize. I've got like 33,000 views on my sleep tape and I'm getting no money from it. I've got no ads because I can't work out how to get rid of this old AdSense account. Can't work it out. I'll figure it out this week and try and ring someone at Google, but there's no phone number to call. Yeah, damn it. That's probably why. SP said he's getting my hair and lashes for Christmas. And I said, I still want a gift to open as well. He replied, yes, Your Majesty. I almost choked laughing. Ah, Your Majesty. Love that, Lisa. I know, it's pretty weird on Christmas Day. Someone gives you the present already, and on the day you get nothing. You're like, give me something to open. I'm like that too. I've got this real funny thing as well. That I need my happy birthday sung to me on my birthday. Otherwise, I feel really upset. Wonderful, darling. I love that. Every time in the last couple of days I get a negative thought, I would always say, slowly, slowly, catchy monkey. Lol, it works every time. Wonderful, Chelsea. I love that. Yes, I'm going to put that on a mug, guys, and a t-shirt. My subconcept has been so on point. I reckon so I'm speaking to absolute gems on dating apps who are so respectful and want to take me out on dates, and I don't think the 1.5 hour distance between us is nothing. Oh, good, Moonchild, good. There's 136 people here. I just scripted a whole day with SP and I'm so beyond happy, and today my subconcept is so on point. I finally expected he is mine and that me and SP are getting back together no matter what. Wonderful, Margaret. Hooray! That's the place to get to. Margarita, the 3D is triggering me. I'm affirming against it, but I still have a sick feeling in my stomach what to do. Fuck the 3D, darling. Honestly, fuck the 3D. It's your old thoughts. Can you see anything in the 3D that's triggering you that maybe you might have thought might have happened? Like a 3P showing up and you thought he didn't choose you, didn't want you, didn't love you, and then another bitch has turned up? Well, you did that. So if you know you did it, don't be triggered by it. Just be like, oh, well, fuck, look at this shit. Or if you can, try and ignore it and live in your mind more, darling. You're not living in the end enough if you're already getting triggered by it. Live in your mind more. Well, you affirm until you feel Sabbath and then focus on subconcept, right? You persist until you believe it's done. Then that's when it manifests. Yes, but you can feel it's done and the next day something triggers you in the 3D and you undo all of that and you don't feel like it's done anymore. That's why you kind of have to keep on top of your mental diet. Like Neville never said, oh, I'll just affirm a few times and then you get to the Sabbath and then bing, everything just works out and yay. It's like, no, you might have thoughts that come in. You need to keep that diet going of the new thinking, regardless of whether you feel it's done. Feeling it's done is great, but sometimes things throw you. Shit happens and then that's when your diet has to stay good, right? Is that what you asked me? My first SP called me today. He said, if I die today, he wants me to know that he loves me so much. He wants me to visit his grave. It was an intense feeling, but I want my new SP to call me. He's next. Oh, my God. Well, that's wonderful, darling. Give that excellent meaning. Jesus Christ. Hello, Arizona. I love the videos. Oh, thanks, Maria, darling. Why are people retracting messages? What's going on? You think I was going to yell at you? Carla Susanna, my self-concept must be great. I've received so many requests for dates. I keep getting amazing compliments. Even SP's friends. It's great. Next, the SP. Yes, darling. Wonderful. Keep going. Whatever you're doing. Hi, Loz. Been affirming, and my SP1 is being extremely nice and sweet to me. We have peace and we get along so much better. I know SP2 is doing the same when I see him. Love it. Oh, good, Gigi. Wonderful. Also, this morning, I woke up to being offered a makeup app for my grad being available when I was booked out, because I knew it would become available. How mini manifestation makes my life easier. Oh, wonderful, darling. Hooray. I think we need some merch, Loz, that says think less, manifest more, like what was said the other day. No, she said, speak less, manifest more. That's even better. I have to put Diana's name on it. So many people who look like SP and even had the same name have been popping up in my 3D SP's next. Oh, wonderful, darling. That's best for land. Wonderful. Working on living the end, but when I affirm, I forget to affirm from the end. It's all right, darling. You're not necessarily affirming from the end. You're just saying, I am this, I am that. Don't worry about it. I'm at the point where I want to delete all social media except Facebook and TikTok for you and block everyone. Anger, that's hilarious. Hey, Loz, I'm really in need of money right now. Is there a way to get it immediately? Well, not with that thinking, darling. I need it. I'm in need. Get rid of that thinking, okay? Whatever it is you need to pay for, imagine it's paid already. Whatever it is you need the money for, imagine you have it. You have it in your possession. Your bill is paid. Your rent is paid. I love having so much money. Money comes to me quickly and easily. I make money in my sleep. I never have to worry about bills anymore. All my bills are paid. Isn't it wonderful that all my bills are paid? Start using isn't it wonderful? Isn't it rad or isn't it awesome? Mm-hmm. And work on your self-concept as well. Hang on. I've manifested my SP over and over again, but he comes and goes and communication with him is so shitty. Well, then it will be, girl. I've been trying to affirm to get better communication, but I feel stuck. Love you from Las Vegas. Oh, I love Las Vegas. Thank you, darling. I went there when I was 12. Look, girl, if you think his communication is shitty, then it will stay shitty until you get over that thinking about him. Oh, he's got such shitty communication skills. 1 minute he's in, next minute he's out. 1 minute he's texting me, next minute he's leaving me on read. What's wrong with him? He's got shitty communication skills. I don't like this in and out, hot and cold. Darling, you're doing the hot and cold with your thinking. He doesn't want to talk to me. Oh, he loves me. He never leaves me on read. Oh, who's that girl on his Instagram? Oh, he's left me on read again. Oh, he's always ghosting me. Why isn't he rung me today? I'm always the one who has to do the calling. Are you thinking all those things? That's why he's turning up shitty. You've got some fucking shitty thoughts you need to get rid of about him and you. I don't get called. I have to pursue. I have to be the one who always organises the dates. Why do I have to do that? Why doesn't he do it? Are you complaining in your mind about him? Stop that. Work on the self-concept of course I get chosen. Of course I get pursued. Of course he communicates with me every day because I'm the fucking prize. Mm-hmm. Arbitration. What's this mean? What are you saying at Malibu Mill? So you said your ex-teacher. What's this? Hang on, it jumped, and I can't see what you said. Oh, God. So you said your ex-teacher co-worker was sweet, but she acted like the runt. Oh, my ex-teacher, yes. Do you have affirmations snap out of that state of mind? Yes, I am good enough. Everyone treats me so beautifully. I stand up for myself. I never get treated badly. Everyone respects me. I'm the prize. I'm high up there. When I taught people, listen, she didn't have any of those beliefs about herself. She just felt not good enough in herself. That's why she got treated so badly. Yes, the one with blue butterflies. What are we talking about, Cindy? Loz, you missed my question. Oh, Saloni, where is it? Please help, Loz. How can I feel good enough for my rich SP? My aunt has called us poor in front of everyone. Darling, if you've got an association with your self-worth with how much money you have, you need to fucking get rid of that immediately. I know so many extremely wealthy people. And I mean, when I was a child, I was best friends with a girl whose mother at the time was the richest woman in the world. The world. Okay? They were the unhappiest family I've ever spent time with. They were so fucked up and now hardly any of them speak to each other. Money doesn't mean anything. It doesn't give you any kind of worth whatsoever. It doesn't make you happier. It doesn't give you a good life. It doesn't mean your relationships are better. It literally means fuck all. It doesn't equate to the person you are. It's just an asset. It's just stuff to use, right? For some reason, you've got some whole thing going on. Maybe you're Indian or you've got some background where there's status involved and a person up here is better than a person down here. Are you from a background like that where people look down on certain ethnicities or certain areas that you live in, or you aren't worth as much because these people are better? I know that my best mate lived in India and he felt very much put down all the time because he wasn't high up there with the echelons of Indian society, and he constantly felt like he was treated like crap. You've got to get rid of whatever cultural beliefs and whatever shit you've heard from your family about money. It literally means nothing. If you think your SP is better than you because he's rich, he will literally leave you for a rich girl and you'll be like, oh, I knew it. And it won't be the rich girl. It'll be your belief about you being not good enough. You need to throw that away immediately and stop listening to your dumb fucking aunt whose self-concept sounds like it's in the toilet. Thank you, Loz. You're right. I'm reading too much into that little negative part. I've always gone to prepare for the worst. Going to work on this. Darling, it was literally the best message. If I'd split up with someone and got that message, I'd be thrilled. Stop being upset about it. Mm-hmm. Give it the meaning that he's coming back to you any day now, and you're going to work on your self-concept in the meantime. I need to make a business call tonight to explain the business to onboard others. I feel nervous. I'm not going to know what to say. I always know what to say. I speak so clearly. I have the perfect sales pitch. Everyone understands my pitch for my business. Everyone understands my business so clearly. They love my business. They fall in love with my business instantly. Everyone wants to work with me. Start saying those things, darling, before you start the call. Mm-hmm. I'm a genius businesswoman. Recently went on a date and felt like my SP was there, even had a car with SP's state license plate parked in the window we would buy. Kept saying, wow, SP must be going crazy thinking about me. Yes, give it all that meaning, darling. Absolutely. I want my own office back. I felt imposter syndrome having my own office and my shitty thinking ruined it. They restructured office arrangements. Now I'm in an office with loud dipshits. Oh. Have you ever seen that video where Kylie Jenner gives Kris Jenner an open office plan office and takes her office away and makes her go and work with everyone else? Have you seen the reaction she has? Kris Jenner's, go and watch it. Kris Jenner's self-concept is so fucking high that when Kylie throws her out and says you can work with everyone else, she calls her a fucking bitch, you're a piece of trash, to her own daughter, and she screams and yells at her and walks out and says, I'm leaving. Because she's like, how fucking dare you? Sick me here, I'm the fucking CEO of this place. How dare you? Like, that's Kris Jenner. That's why she's so successful. Her self-concept's so fucking high. She's like, who are you talking to? I'm Kris fucking Jenner. That's what she says. I'm Kris fucking Jenner. Act like that, darling. Get your office back. Go and watch that video again and again and be like Kris Jenner in your mind. Like put in like Kris Jenner, no office, Kylie Cosmetics or whatever. It's at Kylie Cosmetics. It's hilarious the way she reacts. It just shows how high her self-concept is. That's so cool, Paul. A fun manifestation. Whoa, it was Paul's manifestation that I missed. Did I read it? I saw about 12 purple cars today, and I said I want to see a pink one, and 10 minutes later I saw a pink van. Pink van. That's great. Hang on. What do you think of Kim releasing her 8-hour thing on the same topic you're supposed to release yours on? Shakes head. Do you know, I felt really bad. On the live the other day on TikTok, she's only ever joined my live once in her whole life. And she stayed there for the whole live, and Sasha was there too. But someone asked about sleep affirmations. I said, isn't it interesting? I've just manifested Kim Velez starting a sleep affirmation. I said the other day, even though she rails against it and says that they don't work and they're bullshit, she will bring out one because she's seen how successful Dylan's are and she's seen that mine has gone quite well. I said, you wait, she will release one. And the next minute she was on the live and she said, I'm here. And I felt so bad because I felt like I was like bitching about it. But all I was saying was I knew that was going to happen and I literally manifested that happening. That's my fault because I said it on a live 3 days earlier that she hands down would do one. I knew I can read Kim quite well because I was in a self-concept group. But you know what I mean? Like I knew she'd do it. I just knew. And she already had an I am chosen. So it makes sense that she would add them together and make a long one. But it's kind of funny, the timing. Doesn't matter. Look, I'm a very non-competitive person. I'm the kind of person, if you stuck me on your fucking volleyball team, you'd kick me out. Like, if you play tennis doubles with me, you'd be like, oh, fuck, Loz doesn't give a shit. I literally don't care about winning. Like, to me, I'm like the worst teammate in a competition ever. Unless it's like a quiz night. Those kind of ones, I'm like, I want to win this. But apart from that, I'm really not competitive in any way. So I find that amusing. And look, maybe it's coincidence. I've got no ill will towards Kim, so don't worry, I just felt bad that she was on the live. Like, it sounded like I was bitching about her. I felt really, if you watch me back, I'm like, whoops. You see my reactions like, uh-oh. You need to change the way you see your parents. You think they're strict. You think they're super religious. Change the way you think of them. Yes, Malibu milk. What was Cece saying? Did I miss it or did I answer Cece's question? Cece, if I missed your question, darling, write it again. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Hang on. Whoa, I missed the whole thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like 5 parts. Whoa, Cece, hang on. Whoa. Part 1, I haven't seen videos about this, but I'm 21 and I have very strict parents. I feel they really get in the way of my love life. There's been times where I would just let another person take my SPs because I knew I wouldn't be able to spend time with them because of how my parents are. They don't let me go anywhere, and if I do have to prove them where I am at, I make sure that I'm just with girlfriends. They are very religious, so they see being with a guy as a sin. I'm never at peace. I'm always at the back of my head now. I have to be home. I can't spend the night anywhere, even with friends. Recently, I've seen this become more of an issue as I get older. I can't date freely because I'm always having to figure out how I'm going to do that. Moving out isn't an option. Did I feel that growing up like that has caused me to feel less about myself? Recently, after discovering you, I noticed that my SP, we know each other for 4 years, and he knows I have strict parents. He told me that it sucked that I couldn't do anything or even spend the night, making it the reason why he would get other girlfriends. He tells me he loves me and there isn't anybody else, but I know that there's something that really turns him off. I know I really need to work on myself and my parents' situation in order to really enjoy a relationship. I don't know where to start. Can't blame the guy. He wants someone he can spend time with even the whole day. Doesn't have to worry about hiding or looking at time because I have to be home. Okay, look, my parents weren't religious, but my mum was hella strict. Okay, so I understand that, all right? And I wasn't allowed to do things other people were allowed to do. Not in the same way, but in a way, right? My mum would ground me and all kinds of things. I always had the opinion that I was scared of my mum. I was fearful of her. I was scared of the repercussions of whatever I would do. So I would sneak around. I would lie just to be able to do things that I wanted to do, right? Because I always got in trouble. And then I always felt like I was doing things wrong. And it got worse as I got older, right? So I want you to start saying, my parents are so open-minded now. My parents aren't strict anymore. I remember when my parents used to be so strict. My parents think I'm such a responsible adult now. They let me go out because they know I'm so responsible. They see that I'm so responsible. They trust me. They know that I'm old enough to have a boyfriend. They're open to the idea of a boyfriend now. Okay? They feel reassured about how trustworthy I am. My parents aren't like the way they used to be. My parents are really open-minded for religious people. They're not as religiously strict as they were before. They're not those religious strict parents like they were before. I'm so free now. They think I'm so responsible. I love spending time with my boyfriend because I can. I don't have to sneak around anymore. Say all those things and see your parents differently. And start saying, they see me as so responsible. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. They want what I want. They just want me to be happy. All of those. Watch this back down and write them all down and start saying them. And see your parents completely differently. Hang on, guys. I'm going down. Can't wait for your new meditation laws. You know what? I feel a bit silly because I get all emotional at the end and I should have cut it. I listened to it back today and I thought, oh, I can hear how emotional I get, but oh well. I've put all my fucking dirty laundry out online. I mean, what more can I put out on there? I've seen it already. What's this? Oh my God, Kat. What are you saying? Oh my God, Kat, about? What did you say? I missed it. What's Kat Jamie saying? What did you say? And I missed the whole thing. Oh, hang on, Alexis. Hi, Loz. I told you yesterday about SP standing me up on Saturday and how he hasn't responded to me. I wasn't trying to play games with him. I just got triggered because he never used to follow through with our plans. Well, then he won't if you keep thinking that. That's what happened this past weekend. I let the 3D get to me. How can I fix this? Well, stop seeing him as a person who doesn't go through with the plan. Stop seeing him as flaky. Stop seeing him as a person who stands you up. See him completely differently. Doesn't matter what you do in the 3D, Alexis. It's what you're thinking about him. You've got a fucking shitty story about him. Get rid of it. Why would you think he would stand you up? Why would you even think that about yourself? Work on your self-concept and stop thinking he's a guy who stands you up. Throw that story away of him, the old story. What's this? First time here. I love your videos. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Christian. I keep having my dreams of my SP and our wedding day and wake up each morning with a smile. Oh, that's wonderful. I feel like self-concept is good. I affirm and wait for it to happen, Lo. Prob not right, just excited because I believe it will happen. That's fine, Marie. A bit of impatience is all right, but just stay in your mind more. Loz, I'm in the feeling I know I'm going to get everything I want soon. Good, Brianna. Wonderful. After 11 months, I saw fast movement, affirming again. Yay, Cindy, what happened? What's happened? Tell us. Have I missed a whole lot of stuff? What was Kat saying that I missed? Thank you, Jamila. I'm going to keep working on my self-concept. I know you get yours too, love. Woo, what did I miss, Alma? Where's your thing? Loz, I'm living in the end and worked on self-concept so much. SP is conforming to a lot of to a lot, except us getting back together. He keeps talking about the old story and say we are friends, even though I don't think about it. All right, so really, really work on being good enough, darling, and I'm chosen. Do that I am chosen meditation like a motherfucker every night, because that's why you're getting friend zoned. Okay, it's got nothing to do with him. Kit Kat, I told my SP I could no longer be friends because I have romantic feelings and it was just too hard to be just friends. I want him romantically, but we are currently in no contact because I asked for it. What to do now? Darling, I used to do shit like that. I remember I did shit like that with one person once in my life, and I just never saw he would ever choose me because he was really good looking. I consider myself not good looking enough for him. I put myself down, and I remember having that conversation with this guy years ago, and we were so close, and I ruined a friendship because of it. But I should have believed that he loved me. And I think deep down he did, but I had such low opinion of myself, he ended up with other girls all the time, right? And it's all me. It was all me, friend zoning myself. If you go and cut off friendships because you feel like you don't want to be a friend, darling, he's only friend zoning you because you don't feel enough to be the girlfriend. You don't feel good enough. You've got some issue about he's better than you. You've got him on a pedestal. You're not enough for him. You're not good looking enough. You're not the kind of girl he likes. La, 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 whatever fucking story. Cutting him off and not being friends with him is not going to make any difference because your self-concept's in the toilet about yourself. Do that all you like. Won't make any difference until you change your thinking about yourself and see him as attracted to you sexually. Want to get my SP by Christmas. Any time crunch advice? I don't believe in that shit, darling. If you want to go and listen to Sammy Ingram talking about do it on a time crunch, go ahead. But as far as I'm concerned, it comes in its own time. If you get close to Christmas and he isn't back, how are you going to feel? Freaked out? Annoyed? Upset? Why is it so vital that you need him by Christmas? What's the rush? What are you scared of? What's the big fear behind that question? Oh my God, if I don't get him by then, he's going to find someone else. That won't bode well. But do it on a time crunch. Imagine seeing your SP at Christmas. Imagine spending the day together. See a visualization of you spending Christmas together. But I think that comes from fear when you need something on a time crunch, darling. And I would investigate those fearful thoughts. Loz, I want one-to-one coaching with you. I'm sorry, darling. I stopped it in July. It's very misleading in these live videos from months ago where I say, if you want coaching, sorry, guys. I have the courses coming out soon, and then I'll do group coaching once. If you've done the self-concept course, you can join the group coaching. Loz, no contact, and after 45 days, I just got off the phone with my SP, and he asked me to go out to dinner Saturday. Oh, yay! Oh, darling, hooray! Oh, you've been watching so many of my videos on YouTube as well. Wonderful! Congratulations. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's working. Yay! That's fantastic. What else have I missed here? Happy holidays. My former SP dumped me for catching COVID. What the fuck? No, it wasn't about COVID. It was your belief that you're not good enough, or because you're sick and you can't spend time with him, he's going to be annoyed, or that the absence of you because you had to quarantine or whatever would make him go and find another girl. It wasn't about the COVID. It was your thinking about what the COVID meant. Because we can't spend time together, he'll probably find someone else. He'll get annoyed because we're not having sex. He needs sex every day. Probably find someone else now because I'm not there with him. Is that what you were thinking? That's why. It worked. It's in red for me. What's this? What are we talking about? Type at. Oh, yeah, if you want to at someone. At and then their name, apparently. Loz, I'm living in the end and worked on my self-concept so much. SP is conforming to a lot, except us getting back together. He keeps talking about the old story. Oh, I saw that one. Just every time he brings up the old story, you can say, babe, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Loz, guess what? I started affirming for this old SP again, and he broke up with his girlfriend. Oh, Cindy. You did that, Dylan. All right. Yeah, okay, I'm going down, guys. 160 people here, and I've not even got to the bottom of the messages. Hang on, guys. I've really got to go down here because I missed a lot. I got mad at my SP because he only talks to me when he wants phone sex, but I didn't say anything. I just knew I needed to work on my self-concept. Yes, please. Just say. He loves having romantic conversations with me now. He loves just telling me about his day. He loves just lying on the phone talking for hours just about life. He loves doing that now. So those things. He's so romantic with me. Yes, what you said is so true. What's this? Loz, what I noticed about myself is that if I don't react emotionally in 3D, that means I don't have the desire in that person. What does that say about me? No confidence? I don't have the desire in that person. If you don't want them anymore, darling, change people. Like if you guys decide you don't want your SP anymore, you don't have to keep manifesting that SP. Just go and find a new one. Is that what you mean, darling? I do regret not responding with a real message, but honestly, I'm not even sure what to say. Darling, you can respond anytime. You could take 5 months to respond for all I care, but if you want to respond, respond. Okay, you send a heart emoji. You could send another message after that. Just say, it's taken a while for me to think of this, but this is how I feel. Thank you so much for the beautiful message. I feel exactly the same way. I hope that this time apart, I can work on myself and be a better, better me. And I'll always love you and I'm always here. Or whatever you want to say. Like, don't say what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, be honest, darling. Don't be scared of what you're going to say. Imagine that whatever you reply is exactly right. And he's going to love whatever you say. He loves how vulnerable and open I am. He loved my message. It's exactly what he wanted to hear. Think all those things. Come from a place of confidence, not fear, if you're going to send it, okay? So sad he loves me a while back ago, but hasn't really said it in months. But I know he loves me, so I don't think much about words. But I almost told him I loved him when saying goodbye at this AM. All right, Alexa, so stop having this fear that he's fallen out of love or you need the words. Why do you need the words of validation? So if you have a fear that he doesn't love you as much as he used to, or it's not as hot as it used to be, or he doesn't have the same feelings he used to, or why isn't he talking to me the same way he used to, or why isn't he telling me anymore? The more you think that, the more he won't say he loves you and the more it will start going cold. Stop thinking that. What self-concept stuff is behind that? You need to investigate that. Also, one of my affirmations was, he looks for me in every person he meets. Oh, that's great, Cindy. And he didn't meet her and that girlfriend, so she was out of here. See you, bitch. I love it, Cindy. That's great. Hi, just got here. So I don't know if you mentioned it, but I'd like a way to book a private session with you. So sorry, Joelle. I stopped them in July. They were too taxing on my fucking emotions. Because my one-to-ones were really emotional. They're not like, just manifest a new SP or just manifest the old one by imagining living in the end. Bye. Mine were like, what's your childhood shit? And I had to relive everyone's stuff every day, 6 times a day. It was very harrowing. Hi, Loz. How do I manifest getting a raise at my current career? Also, partner, I'm a single mum of 2 and I'd like to have a good man for me. Thank you, bunches. Oh, you're welcome, Elizabeth. Look, darling, just say, I have all the money I need. My children and I live such a lavish lifestyle now. My children have everything they want. I love being able to spoil my kids because I'm so comfortable now. Okay? I got the raise I wanted. I earn more than everyone at my job doing the same thing. I'm so well respected at work. Everything just gets better and better for me at work. I earn X amount now. I love earning X amount. I get everything I want quickly and easily. All those things, darling. And really work on your self-concept of why you would feel like you wouldn't get a raise, or why you would feel like you don't have a man in your life, or you wouldn't have one, or that single mumdom is a problem. Start imagining sleeping in bed every night with a person. You don't need to know their face. Just imagine they're there. Be in the state of coupled up rather than single. Stop saying you're a single mum. Don't let those words come out of your mouth anymore. What's this? Had a few success stories on Facebook. Lisa McDonough. I'm Lisa McDonough. Good to see you here. Yes, Lisa. So many success stories. I reckon he added in that after writing the full message, so he didn't look over the top and send you running. It was so great. He doesn't want to freak you out. Telling it was a wonderful message. Last time I slipped and told him I loved him, he kind of got odd with me. I'm affirming he says it first. Does this mean I have a slow self-concept when it comes to this? Low self-concept. Well, you probably said it out of fear, and then, or when you said it, you worried what his reaction would be, and that's why he reacted the way he did. If you said it with confidence and knew he loved you back, you wouldn't even dream of you having that reaction. In Feel Good on the other days, I do affirmation tapes or just my own, but I hate that I have to do that every day to be happy and well, waiting for me to feel good without having to affirm loads. Oh, look, guys, join the fucking club. But I mean, it's years of old thinking. Guys, it's just thinking. Stop thinking of the affirming as this thing you have to keep doing. Do I have to keep doing this thinking? It's just thinking. It's just new thinking. It's not a chore. It's not a job. It's not a thing to do. It's replacing your old thinking. Is it possible to manifest my SP to like a certain gender they aren't attached to? Yes, darling. Just say they love girls now. They're attracted to me, not boys or whatever it is. I'm sick in bed and watching you on my live makes my day. Oh, darling. Get better, darling. Say I'm so well. My cells renewed themselves daily. I've never felt so good. Hang on, guys. Oh, God. There's a whole lot of questions I've missed. Whoa, hang on. Jesus Christ. I'll be here forever doing this live. Hi, Loz, darling. Would you still encourage people to attend therapy even when they're aware of law of assumption? Yes, guys, do it if it helps you. Just when you walk out, just imagine that you're stepping into the new you every day, that you've purged all your old shit. No old story when you come out the door. Very excited for your next sleep affirmations. Oh, I hope they're all right. I feel like I've got a bit too emotional in the end, like I said. Hi, Loz, darling. Oh, I saw that one. Please don't tell me she just skipped a bunch of questions. No, I went up. There's more to life than money. I have more valuable than money. Yes, that's great. I'm having a hard time feeling like I'm in love with my SP. What the heck is wrong? I know I do love him, though. If you don't love him, you don't love him. But, darling, you would know if you love them or not. You'd feel in love with them. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're seeing him the wrong way and you've got a version of him in your mind that's not so great and so you're unattracted to him. Will this change my SP? Well, darling, if you think it will, it will. I don't love him, so he won't love me. If you have those thoughts, that will happen. Yes, I'll get to them. When you manifested back your SP, did you experience birds for life? No. Oh, yeah, I did, actually. Oh, yeah, no, actually. First time we broke up, I had a whole lot of guys hitting on me. I forgot about that. Yes. Are you going live anywhere tomorrow? TikTok. I've had the same feelings during visualization, even though I still want him. Maybe it just means our self-concept is improving. Yes, it can be, because the old version of them doesn't seem so great when your self-concept is better. Absolutely, guys. You kind of see the flaws in them and you'll be like, oh. I saw a bit of Kris Jenner wanted her ashes put in a diamond. Her self-concept is fire. Yes! And she got a little glass case and she's like, so when I die, Kim, you can turn me into a diamond. And Kim's just standing there like, what the fuck? I love Kris Jenner. I think Kris Jenner's self-concept is out of this world. Out of this world. I mean, the fact that she's got a boyfriend who's only a couple of years older than her oldest child. No, hang on. Is he only a couple of years older than Chloe? Like, she doesn't give a shit. She'll be at an Emmys party or like the Golden Globes and someone will bring her sneakers. She's like, I don't want to wear these heels anymore. She'll walk around in sneakers and everyone else is in heels. She doesn't give a shit. I love Kris Jenner. I just think she's amazing. There's a reason why they're so successful. It's because her self-concept is out of this world. Follow your advice and got my SP, and now all my exes are texting and calling me. I'm getting money out of nowhere. This is amazingly crazy. Oh, Andrea, wonderful. All right. Losing my office is also a real issue because I'm in charge of wiring millions of dollars a day and have ADHD and can't focus with these morons going on and on all day. Well, just imagine because of that you get your office back. It's become a massive problem. I remember one time I was working at an oil company, a mining company in England, and they said I was sitting on the Barclays bank account. And they said, "Oh, Lauren, could you just send this 300 million pounds from this account to this account? 300 million pounds." And I was like, "What?" And they said, "Yeah, just put in like normal." I said, "What? It's just one transaction through Barclays banking." And I just go, "Ding," and you just want me to do it in one transaction? And they go, "Yeah." And I remember sitting there thinking, "Fuck, I hope I don't fuck this up." You know what I mean? So say, because of the nature of my job, I need silence. I have a beautiful silent office now because of the nature of my job. Say that. Oh my God, I was there for Kim and Sasha's live was class. What's this? I was there for Kim and Sasha live was class. Oh, when they were both on the live. Yeah, it was great live, wasn't it? Well, I'm there for ages. I stayed on for about an hour and a half because they were both there. It was really fun. I didn't expect them both to be on. Loz, I'm watching, but I felt really bad the other night when I said about she's brought out a sleep affirmation. It sounded like I was bitching about her, and I wasn't at all because I really like him. Loz, I'm watching for my, I was just saying I manifested that because I knew she was going to do it. I just had this, I just knew. Loz, I'm waiting for my SP to text me because we need to exchange stuff. I'm both nervous and excited. I know when he sees me, everything's going to be amazing because he loves me. How do I get into the goddess state? Just honestly, darling, affirm and affirm like a bitch. I am up on the throne. Do my sexy bitch affirmation over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Go and do Kim's goddess queen meditation over and over and over again. Get yourself really in the state before you see him. Really in that state. So when you do see him, you're just like up on the throne immediately the moment he sees you. Isn't that self-concept bad to have Kris Jenner because it's more like what she thinks she's better than other people and people who think, no, why is it better to think you're better? Why is it bad to think you're better than other people? Isn't that self-concept bad to have? Because it's more that she thinks she's better than other people and people who think that are not usually internally confident. No, she's internally confident and she thinks whatever she touches turns to gold. She gave that to Kylie, that affirmation. Whatever I touch turns to gold, right? It's not that she thinks she's better than other people in a narcissistic way to bolster up her poor self-concept. I think she genuinely believes that she deserves everything that she gets. I don't think it's fake. If it were fake, I don't think she could have disseminated the self-concept through to Kim and Kylie the way she has. Not necessarily to Chloe, but they both had the same kind of confidence in their business ventures, right? So I think it comes from a place of uber confidence. Her, I'm better than you. It's not even I'm better than you. It's just she doesn't step all over people. She's not a nasty person. She's just like, I get what I want. I'm not better than you, but I get what I want. You can think I get what I want. Doesn't mean you think you're better. You just say I get what I want. I have a friend like that who's got like 4 million followers on Instagram. She always knows she gets what she wants. But she's not a nasty person. She's not up herself. She's not thinking she's better than anybody. She just says I get what I want, and she expects to. Mm-hmm. Well, I've gotten so much movement from SP and living in the end. He left me on red almost 2 days ago, and at first I didn't think anything of it because I was living in the end, but now I'm a bit sad about it. All right, darling. Well, look, go back to the self-concept you had 2 days ago. Just go and get on with your life. Imagine he's fallen down a well. He's composing a message while he sits down there on his notes until someone comes to find him. All right? Come and do the good meaning challenge in the group, darling. Okay? And really get rid of that meaning that it's bad. Okay? Get rid of the fearful thoughts, please. Hi, Coral. You all follow each other. I just wonder when it's all going to get good like 2020. What's this? You all follow each other. I just wonder when it's going to get good like 2020. What does that mean? What do you mean, Coral? I don't get it. You mean like 2020 from the Facebook group? Pointer, please. What are you talking about, Brianna? Should I not answer your question? I saw that one. Haha, that was so orcs on our live yesterday with Kim. I know, wasn't it? I felt like I was bitching about her, but I wasn't. I was just saying I literally manifested that because I said it a couple of days ago. And then she was like, hello. And I was like, oh, fuck. You've been secretly watching me. Like she must have been watching, you know, like on TikTok, you can watch a live without pressing watch, which means she must watch them sometimes and I don't realize. Or people are watching and I don't realize. That's fun. Like I do that sometimes. Like I might watch Sasha's without pressing it because I don't want to detract from Sasha's live. I don't want to subconscious laws join to jump up. So I'll watch it without the thing because I don't want to distract everyone. I'm excited about manifesting my SP back right now, but the only thing that bothers me is how in touch with his ex and likes her Insta pictures and sometimes affects my mood. Amy, that's called I'm not chosen. I'm not good enough. I've got my self-concept in the toilet about other girls and I think they're a threat and competition to me. It's got nothing to do with him. I'm friends with all my exes. If my SP said to me, you can't be friends with your exes, I'd say, go and work on your self-concept. Why are they a threat to you? No one is competition to me. I have no competition in my reality. I know I'm the prize. I know I'm loved. I know I'm wanted. I know I'm the chosen one. You've got to think those things. Don't go saying to him, I don't want you to be friends with your exes. I don't think he'll think you're fucking insecure as. It's got nothing to do with him. And the more you think those thoughts that those girls are a threat, the more they'll stick around and the more he'll do things like talk to them on Instagram, whatever he's doing. Loz SP says he wants to be with me, but he has a third party. He keeps telling me he's moving out, but has not still. It's been 4 months. I keep affirming, but he is always a reason why he's not gone yet. All right, Desiree, you need to see you and him living together. You need to see that third party completely fucking gone out of your reality. She doesn't exist in my reality anymore. She's out of here. See you, bitch. Okay? You've got to stop focusing on her. Anytime she enters your mind, just banish her completely. Just see you and your SP together, you and your SP together, you and your SP together. Banish the bitch, honestly. Ever since affirming I am God of my reality and finding you, I've been questioning, is there really a God? What are your thoughts? I was never religious, but I thought of a higher power, just confused. Well, look, Neville believes there's the higher power, but you're also that higher power. There is a higher power, but you're also part of that higher power. I just kind of believe I am it. It's up to you the way you interpret it. I don't think anything outside of me is doing anything for me. I'm doing it. Like Oprah says, with God, all things are possible, but she believes God is in her. That's why she gets whatever she wants, and that's why she's been so successful her whole life, because she thinks nothing's impossible to her because she is also God. That's her dominant belief about herself. She's got really confused by reading The Secret and thinking she's a master manifester by talking about vibration now, and she's doing it from vibration. She's not at all. It's because a dominant belief her whole life has been, with God, anything is possible, and she believes God is always with her, therefore nothing is impossible to her. That's her dominant belief about herself. Got nothing to do with fucking vibration. She's confused it. Love to have a conversation with Oprah. Do you realise when I have my interview with Oprah, you realise your assessment of how you're manifesting is completely wrong? Lois, SP says he wants to be with you. I was the one. My SP usually texts me with a hey baby. Today he texted me, hey, what's up? Felt like I shouldn't actual that kind of text because I like the hey baby, not what's up. What should I do? Well, then you're giving it fucking all kinds of meaning, darling, that means nothing. If you give meaning to the not calling you baby anymore, or the kind of text, you're going down the rabbit hole of I'm feeling insecure, doesn't he love me anymore, doesn't he want me anymore, this isn't working, maybe he doesn't love me as much as he used to, maybe he's looking at other girls. What are you thinking? That's why he's doing that. Have you had any fearful thoughts lately or insecure thoughts? That's why he's writing those things. They'll be less affectionate, the text won't be as lovey-dovey. Desiree, affirm with authority that you are the best, always chosen. Why wouldn't he wouldn't want to be with you? You are perfect for him. Focus on your connection with him. Ignore the third party. He will move out. Yes, Hannah, that's perfect. Loz, are you answering in order or at random? I'm trying to do it in order. I'm a trainee lawyer. The firm I'm training at are really sexist. Well, then they will be. God damn it. Darling, you've got some fucking shitty beliefs. I've got a whole lot of friends in London who are all these girls who think the whole workplace is sexist. And as a woman, you have to really prove yourself. And every sexist workplace I've ever worked in is never any different. And la, la, la. And I used to sit there and say, I've never had any experiences like that ever. And they say, oh, you're just not seeing it. I'm like, no, because I don't believe that. I believe I'm just as smart as any other guy in the room. And no one's going to treat me badly because I'm a girl. No one ever has, ever, in any workplace, ever. Get rid of that shitty belief like all my friends, and they all get treated badly in their workplaces. I've got a friend who has not made partner at her law firm. After 12 years ago, she should have been partner, and she hasn't been because they see her as too emotional. And she has this belief that because she's a girl and she cries a lot in the office, she's fucked. And she is fucked because she's got this dominant belief that it's sexist at her workplace, and so she'll never make partner, even though she's the smartest person there. I'm a trainee lawyer at the firm I'm training at are really sexist. Say us females are in the wrong job, try sabotaging us in front of clients, make out that we can't do the job properly, and I affirm against this. Darling, you've got to sit down and just rewrite that whole place and just decide that you're not in a workplace like that, or it is like that, but it's not for you. You can say, I'm the exception. They treat every other girl in the workplace like that, not me. For some reason, I'm the exception because I'm so rare, because I'm so exceptional, because I'm so excellent at my job, because they respect me, because I'm higher up than everyone else, because I'm the prized lawyer. Or see your workplace completely differently and stop bitching in the workroom, stop sitting there with all the bitchy girls, stop ruminating about it. But I bet you won't because you love the fucking story. Girls love being victims in workplaces. Oh, the reason I'm not getting the promotion is because of men. Well, maybe it's because you're shit at your job. Do you ever think that? Like a lot of people love using that excuse. I hate to say that, but a lot of girls love using that excuse. Don't use the excuse of it's sexist here. Decide it's not sexist and it won't be for you. I've never experienced a sexist workplace. I'm 44 and I've worked in a lot of places and I've worked with a lot of men and I've led teams and I've never had teams of men put me down or say anything derogatory to me ever. Right? I've run whole like internet teams of coders and stuff and they've never been disrespectful to me and spoken to me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I would do businesses with my brother and they would direct all the questions to me and never to him. And I'd be like, he's the business brains behind the accountancy and the numbers. Can you talk to him? I don't know anything about this shit. Because I had such a respect for myself of being intelligent that I always direct the questions to me and not to him. Because I thought, I know what I'm talking about. I'm the intelligent one in this room, right? If you think of yourself differently, you won't be treated like that in that workplace and everyone else will. Or if you see the workplace completely differently, everyone will be treated differently. And you'll notice it's different. Get rid of that shitty fucking story. It ain't helping you. And it won't help you anywhere else. You'll go from sexist workplace to sexist workplace, just like all my fucked up friends in England who have those thoughts. And then they have to be this hard ass, work harder than everyone else, prove myself, masculine energy girls at work because they feel they're constantly in competition with men. Desiree, a girl called Charlotte had the exact same situation as you and her SP moved out and got together with her. I watched the whole process as you set stories in the Facebook group. Oh, yeah. Charlotte had an SP she was after. She had 3 calls with me. Then she fell in love with her boss. The boss had a girlfriend. Next minute, the boss left the girlfriend, moved out of living with the girlfriend, and now he and Charlotte are together. She's really fucking worked on her self-concept because I yelled at her 3 times over the phone. And the last time I think I really screamed at her. Hi, Loz. I'm currently learning how to drive and have behind me, what's this? Hi, Loz. I'm currently learning how to drive, and I have my behind the wheel test on the 13th of the month. I say to myself, I'm an amazing driver. Do you have any suggestions? I love having my license. Getting my license was so easy. I love driving with my friends everywhere. I'm the designated driver. I'm getting so sick of driving. I'm driving so much. I would like to drink. Say those things. Imagine you already have the license. When I went for my driver's license, I could not drive. I wore the shortest skirt in the world and just assumed I was going to get it. I came back and my driving instructor went, how did you go? Anticipating I wouldn't get it. I said, I got it. And he said, God save the world, because I couldn't fucking drive. I just assumed I'd get it. Assume you get it. Assume you have it already. I manifested my SP to come by for sexy time pretty much daily. I don't want it to be just friends with benefits. I want him to choose me completely. I need help with better affirmations, please. The affirmations that you need, darling, are about your self-concept. Why do you feel like you're just a piece of meat? And why is he coming by for sexy time only? Why doesn't he want to just hang out with you as a person? Why don't you feel that you deserve that? He loves spending time with me. He's so romantic with me. He loves just hanging out with me. He loves just watching TV and Netflix and chilling with me. He doesn't need to have sex every day with me anymore. He just loves hanging out with me. He just loves me for me, because I'm so rare and so special and I'm chosen and wanted and enough. You've got to really work on that self-concept, darling, and see him completely differently. See the whole relationship differently. Well, a week ago, SP broke no contact, but he sent me the whole paragraph about how he wasn't happy without me, but he couldn't see me because he feared he'd lose control over his emotions, and in the end, he blocked me. Oh. Did you have a dominant assumption when he sent all that about the emotions and he was so vulnerable that he would be cold all of a sudden, or it'd be too much and he wouldn't be able to handle what he just said, or everything he said was too much for him or rare for him to say? Just assume that the only reason that happened, darling, the blocking, give it good meaning, is because he was so overwhelmed with emotion. Now he's embarrassed because he's a guy and he let all his emotions out and he was so vulnerable, and soon he'll come back to being vulnerable is okay, and he'll be able to message you again feeling confident about that and not beating himself up for being so vulnerable. Just give it all good meaning that he's madly fucking in love with me. Don't give it bad meaning. Sometimes blocking is, you've got to give blocking, and it really is this meaning, guys. They can't bear to see your photos. They feel embarrassed for how open they were, etc., etc. That's why I stopped listening to Sammy too. Her teachings triggered me to be desperate and needy in the past. Glad we have Loz now. Oh, really? Well, her teachings are very, 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 very based on what the SP is doing. Look, think about this logically with Sammy. She's been in a happy marriage for a long time. I don't know if her and Bobby ever split up. I don't think they did. I don't know if she's ever really had bad self-concept when it comes to love. I have. So I'm coming from, my self-concept in love has always been in the toilet until recently, right? Don't want to affirm that, but it's not now. And so her teachings are very different. Her teachings are very, well, of course the guy loves you and he does this and that, but that's coming from a person with excellent self-concept about herself romantically. I'm talking about, well, if you don't have the same self-concept as Sammy, you need to fix that first before you can say those affirmations that she's teaching people. You've got to understand, I was in Sammy's group for a while and I would watch people get their SPs back and lose them, get their SPs back and lose them in the group. And I would see how that was working. And I was also in Kim's self-concept. I was still in Kim's self-concept, and see that happening same in Kim's group. Because Kim's a lot more focused on self-concept now than she used to be. Mm-hmm. But look, Sammy's teachings are great, but she's a very different person than me. She's got excellent self-concept. Like, I don't know sometimes if it's fake or if it's real, but I think it's real. Like, she really is confident in herself and like, all fucking power to her. Do we reach out after working on ourselves or wait for them to do so? If you have to ask me, the answer is no, darling. If you felt confident, you wouldn't even ask me. That's my answer. Till you feel confident, don't do it. Bought SP a Christmas gift even though we are not currently in contact. Just assume you're going to be giving it to him. Desiree, I'm kind of in the same situation, but my SP is super stubborn. Well, he will be then. And he's still saying he won't come back, but then he won't. Keep confirming and really get in your queen energy. If you think he keeps saying he won't come back, he's going to keep saying it. Just affirm he didn't say anything of the sort, darling. And stop saying he's super stubborn. If you have the assumption he's super stubborn, Emily, you're fucked. You can have all the queen energy in the world, but your dominant assumption is he's super stubborn, so he's never going to make the first move, so you're screwed. You could be the biggest queen in the world, but he's super stubborn. Stop saying that and thinking that. Lol, I was not cute in my primary school and high school, but now everyone thinks I am, but I still find it hard to believe I'm pretty, although for some guys, due to what I went through in PS high school, I was put on a pedestal. We'll start saying I've always been put on a pedestal. My high school years, I was the most popular girl in school. I was like the girl in Mean Girls with the blonde hair. Everyone loved me. Change it, darling. Change it. Oh my God, we met in another live. You were in Sasha's live yesterday. Oh God, you're all in Sasha's live. So a couple of weeks ago, my SP broke no contact with me after 2 months. He asked when we were going to hang out. I said we could, but the friends with benefits part was over. We ended the conversation without making plans. Okay, don't worry about it. So I asked SP when we would hang out. He said whenever. Still no plans are made. Last thing he said was we will figure it out. Nothing since. Is that Queen energy for me to make plans? Up to you, darling. If you can do it with confidence, make all the plans in the world. But if you have a fear that now he's going to pull away from you because you said no sex, then he'll keep pulling away until you've got that thought out of your mind that that's all he wants you for. You've got to really work on I am chosen, I am not wanted. I'm not good enough for a good relationship, a real relationship. You've got to imagine he just wants to hang out with you for you, that the sex isn't part of it. That it's part of it, but it's not the only reason he loves you. Really work on that. I can't at you. I don't know the letters. What's your TikTok username? Oh, can't at you. Oh, the Chinese lettering. So I asked SP when we would hang out. He said whenever. I saw the one. I desire someone that has many incompatibilities with me. Well, then he will. Beliefs, life goals, finances. Well, then you're fucked. I feel silly for wanting him. Well, then it's fucked. Do I let him go and find a closer match? Probably. Even though I desire him? Yes, Kit Kat. Yes, because all that thinking is going to fuck the whole thing. Who cares they've got different beliefs? Who cares they've got different life goals? Who cares if their finances are in the fucking toilet? You can see them financially free. You can say that you like the same things now. You can say that your beliefs are the same. You can see them as a new version who has the same beliefs as you, same life goals and same financial situation as you if you really want to, but you feel silly for wanting him because he's below you or a different religion or some fucking bullshit. I think that's more to do with your self-concept of feeling unchosen or not good enough, or you'll never get the love you need because when you're a kid, you never got love, so you're constantly choosing people who are wrong for you. To reiterate your feelings of, I never get the love I need, relationships never work out for me, I'm never chosen. And so he's literally reiterating that with all the crap that you think is important. Look on your self-concept, please. What are some good affirmations for getting rid of an eating disorder? I don't need to control anything anymore. Eating disorder is about control, darling. When in your life did you feel out of control? Were you abused? Did you have really strict, maniacal parents who made you do certain things, who were like really pressuring you with schoolwork or grades or being the best child, anything like that? Were you somehow out of control in a way that there was a really mistrustful, out of control household, and so this was the only thing you had control over? That's why you've got an eating disorder. It's nothing to do with food, right? I am in full control. I'm in control of the feelings I feel. I can control any of my triggers. My triggers don't trigger me anymore. I love my body. My body is beautiful just the way it is. Go and stand in the mirror every day, darling, and do my beautiful body affirmation tape that's in my Facebook. I've got a yellow shirt on. My body is beautiful just the way it is. I was wonderfully made. I love my body and everyone loves my body just the way it is. Do body ones and ones about being in control and your triggers, and then figure out what in childhood made you need to be in control so much. And then affirm against that, or rewrite that story, or revise that story. Hi, Loz. Repetition is the key. I have been repeating my affirmations like a motherfucker and saturating my subconscious. I also tell my subconscious, absorb it like a sponge. Repetition and persistence are my BFFs. Oh, that's great, darling. Repetition and persistence are my BFFs. That's great. Yes, tell it to absorb it. Absorb it. Yes. You're very absorbent. You're like a paper towel, subconscious. That's great. And yes, I will forever be in Loz's lives and Sash's and Kim's and Kimmy's. Yes. What's this? Oh, yeah, that's understandable. What are we saying, Joel? Oh, it's Korean. Oh, it's in Korean. Beckstar, what are you saying? Oh, hang on. Oh, God, just jumped. This is really jumping. God damn it. I actually hear you screaming at me when I want to go off the tracks. Oh, good, purple lover. I'm already so sure that SP loves me and I'm chosen because I'm the queen. Can I get my SP to change habits that I don't like, or am I wasting my time? Oh, yeah, I did. If you don't like them being skinny and you want them to be buff, imagine them buff. If you don't want them to drink anymore, imagine they don't drink. All those things. If you imagine they like watching the movies you want to watch and not like just fucking superhero movies, just imagine they start liking the movies you like and all those things. They like to watch what I like now. I don't have to sit through this fucking Iron Man crap. Oh, I love Iron Man, but you know what I mean? Whatever the stuff is. Advice for no contact for months while also living in the end. Work on your self-concept, please, and see you and them together and get rid of any old story you're holding about them. Oh, guys, I really jumped here and I can't find where I was at. Dexter, Loz, I'm not sure if my SP affirmations are right. They're along the lines of you love me, he chooses me, etc. But should I say he loves to love me? Feel like I'm living in the want, not the end. Okay, we'll change them then. If you feel like you're in this wanting energy and not in the end of being together, then it's just semantics, guys, but it's however your brain hears it, feels it, experiences it. If it sounds clunky to you, then change it. Yes, they're both as fabulous. You love them. Yes, Kim and Kimmy, yes. Desiree, I got away from my subconcept the last 2 weeks too, but he's been coming back stronger than ever this week. Trust the process. Good luck to you and know he is going to choose you. Yes, guys. Thank you so much, Loz. I asked the question on my phone and have you live on my TV. Oh, really? I'm live on your TV? Oh, God. Will you be on tonight? TikTok, yes. Probably about, I don't know, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. UK time maybe. Getting weekly text from SP saying he misses me at least once a week for the last few weeks. How can I affirm for consistent contact? I've been affirming we're in a relationship. I'm chosen. Any tips? Well, that's wonderful, Whitney. That's great. Don't give that any bad meaning. Like, he's so consistent with me now. He has to talk to me every day. I'm the first thing he thinks about when he wakes up in the morning, and the last thing he thinks of is at night. He needs to talk to me every day. He doesn't feel right. Say those things, darling. I love Christiana too. I aspire to be like her. Oh, yeah, she's amazing. Lois, for how long should I have situation seen be revised? Until it feels natural. Until it feels like it didn't happen. I was speaking so highly to someone about how amazing your work is. Oh, thank you, Purple Lava. That's so nice of you. You and these wells, I can't. Didn't she want to sit with the other employees who are lower than her? What's this? Hey, Loz, I just came here. I've been trying to get my SP since April. The third party left not so long ago. So it's been between me and him now. How do I get a relationship with him fast? We have friends with benefits all right now. All right, darling, you have to stop thinking of yourself as not the girlfriend. You have to see yourself as the girlfriend, not doing anything in the 3D as girlfriend-like, just seeing yourself that way. He loves spending time with me. He's so romantic with me. He loves just hanging out with me. He loves just cuddling me. Think those things, guys, if you're in friends with benefits. Like, he just loves having his arms around me. He loves just spooning me. He loves just being romantic with me. It's not about the sex for him anymore. That's the old story. No old story. He's so romantic with me now, and really work on the I am chosen stuff. I am good enough to be the girlfriend. Congrats on getting your SP back. It's amazing how you got rid of third party, lol. I'm working on the same thing. Oh, wonderful. Loz, do you think if we're just changing our subconscious mind enough, we will just know how to act in 3D? I still second guess myself. Yeah, if you're second guessing, you're not quite there yet, I think. It'll just come naturally. That's kind of what inspired action is, and you don't realize what you're doing until after. I don't think Kim was offended. She said she put it out because people asked for it. Oh, good, okay. Oh, people were probably asking her because they were probably annoyed that they couldn't keep listening to it on loop. Because on YouTube, it's quite hard to listen to something on a loop. So I'm sure a lot of people said, can you please do this? Can you please do this? And she probably still doesn't believe in sleep affirmations, but she just did it for her followers because she's got a lot of followers. So she probably had a heap of people asking. It's probably in the comments on the I Am Chosen meditation. Kim, can you please make this into a, I'm sure it will be. So I've been affirming since May for my SP. I had a session with a coach a while ago who said I should have had movement by now. Oh, who's this dumb bitch? If I'm doing everything right, I know I'm doing everything right. I flipped the old story, have a good mental diet, and I focus on the new version of him almost exclusively. So what could I possibly not be doing right at this point? Who is that dumb bitch? Guys, sometimes this shit takes time. Look at Kim Belez. It took her a year to get her SP back. And for 3 years before that or 2 years before that, it wasn't great. Stop listening to these dumb bitches who think about time and you're not doing it right. You probably still have a really old story about him still, or your self-concept really still isn't 100%, or it's still just playing out in the 3D and he'll be next. Stop listening to these dumb bitches talk about the time and you need it done by X, Y, Z. Who was that you were talking to? They're an idiot. And the amount of things for me that have taken years, like, don't worry about it, darling. Can I listen to both yours and Kim's? Yes. Sleep affirmations at the same time, kind of like subliminals, lol, but I trust you both at least. Will my subconscious take it all in? What, having both at the same time playing? No, I would do one night do hers, one night do mine. One night do hers, I wouldn't. Otherwise your brain will. be fucking confused. No. I just watched the Kris Jenner video, Stealing That Mentality. Yeah, it's so funny. She calls her own daughter a bitch. It's so funny. It's hilarious. The way she gets so angry. What did she call her? A see you next Tuesday. It's really bad what she says to her. I can't remember. And Carly's like, okay. Hello from New York City. Oh, I love New York City. Loz, darling, is it wrong to bring back an old SP that I probably don't actually want, but it would feel good to hear from him? No, darling, do it. Who cares? I thought you were going to yell at me. I keep saying, seeing him active on EG when I respond to DMs. I've been saying he's stalking my IG, staring at all my pics, and he's constantly texting me. Well, good, Miss Mitchell, that's great. Advice for no contact for months while also living in the end. Just keep living in the end, please, and get rid of the old story. Neville talks about this very thing about inner conversations. Change your inner conversations, you'll change your reality. Yes! Whatever conversations you're having in there, guys, if you're having an argument with your SP, fucking stop that immediately. Because I feel like my SP's mum family don't like me because his ex spread lies about me and they never heard my side. Is there any affirmations I can say, or just do I remember when? Just revise all that shit about the ex. Revise that they even heard anything bad from her. And start saying, of course they love me. They think I'm the best person for him. They love me. They've always loved me. Where am I getting this story from? Revise the whole fucking thing, though. I'm already so sure that SP loves me and I'm chosen because I'm the queen. Can I get my SP to change habits that I don't like? Yes. I actually hear you screaming at me. I need to work on self-concept like Charlotte. I'm feeling better when I say my affirmations, self-concept and SP, so that's a start. Good. Hey, Loz. I kept dreaming that me and my SP are back together. Even my sister dreamt about us being back together today. Really? What's this, Nicole? I was swimming the other day and blurted out, my wish is my command. Good one. That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. I keep dreaming of other SPs as well. Oh, really? Any thoughts on revising a breakup? How do we do that? Like scripting or what exactly? You can script it or you can imagine what they said. Like lie in bed and say whatever you said to them differently and whatever they said to you differently. And imagine the conversation changed. I hear Loz screaming in my head too. God, guys, sorry. I took SP food because he didn't feel good. We watched TV, didn't talk much. As a kid, my mum always acted like the silence is bad. How do I affirm that it was only comfy and he wasn't bored and give a good meaning? Say that. He's just so comfortable with me. We don't even need to talk to spend time together. Okay? If you have feelings of I'm not good enough, I'm not chosen, silence will trigger you. I know I have that. Someone's very silent. You picked an SP that does the silent thing, it'll trigger you because you don't feel good enough and you think, oh, what's wrong? Have I done something wrong? Do you beat yourself up a lot? That's why. Hi, Loz, love your content. Oh, thank you, darling. My self-concept is getting better, but I've started to build anxiety around checking the platform me and SP talked on. Gets really bad and stressful. I don't know what to do. Literally delete it from your phone for a while until you feel better, until you stabilise that. Stay away from the crack. If you're a crack addict, would you just leave crack in front of you in the kitchen every morning when you woke up and you just see a whole lot of fucking crack and a little alfoil sitting there ready for you to burn over the stove and snort up your fucking nose? Or would you put it away? You know what I mean? Put the crack away. Loz, something happened to me this morning. Something clicked. I really feel like I've stepped into this. It's done, Loz. Wonderful, darling. Love it, Megan. What does it mean when you're repeating your self-concept but you get emotional saying it? Listen to the sleep affirmation tape I'm about to bring out. I've been saying those affirmations or variations on that theme since November last year, and I still get emotional saying them. It just means they're the right ones. It's having an effect. Loz, what is your explanation about birds fall out? It just means your self-concept's working and it's affecting others. I've been manifesting SP and today saw his name written on a snowy car near my house. Oh, cute. Loz, been so busy lately, not joined a TikTok live or YouTube live and well, so happy I've caught you now. Oh, wonderful. I've been manifesting SP also. Loz, I think you and Dylan are two of my favourite coaches. Oh, wonderful. Dylan hasn't posted for a while. I know. Why hasn't he? I noticed that. I looked the other day to see if he had any more recent videos and said like 3 months ago or a month ago, I think it said. So now you're the only one I watch, to be honest. I'm not sure about Kim. She keeps sending me. Oh, yeah, why hasn't Dylan posted in a while? Has he said why? Is he just busy or something? Or is he in his SP split up already? The courses that I can't afford. Oh, she keeps sending you the courses you can't afford. Yeah, her courses are expensive. I promise you my courses won't be like that. You can have anyone you want. Yes, darling. Love that. I feel stuck because no contact for a year, but I totally believe he loves me and still misses me. Guys, don't worry about the time. A year is nothing. Honestly. If you were together forever, who cares about that year? If you're 80 years old and been married for 50 years, who cares what happened in that 1 year where you didn't talk? What's this purple lover? Subconscious laws and Kim gave me the confidence to coach people with the style I have, direct and to the point. Oh, wonderful. Cat Jamie, oh my God, the out of control thing hit me so hard, Loz. Okay, good. That makes sense? That's why. That's what all eating disorders are about. They're never about the food. It's not about the food. You could even have like a Yolanda Hadid type mother who said, now don't, just this is the one bite of cake you get, then it's on the diet next week, or whatever fucking shit she used to say to Gigi, okay? And Gigi will then have an eating disorder, and Bella will then have an eating disorder because of that shit she would say. But it actually wasn't the shit she would say. It was her mother tried to control her eating, and then they would have an eating disorder because they associated their self-worth with the food and being skinny, but also they were always out of control with their mother because their mother was always controlling their eating, right? So they would think it was about the food, but it's not about the food. It's about their mother was a fucking control freak and tried to tell them that they were not enough if they weren't thin, right? What happened with Kim? I don't know what you're talking about. I've always been confident in getting the guy I want, but I recently met this guy and I seem to have put him on a pedestal. Should I focus on self-concept for now? Yes, if you put him on a pedestal, it means you think he's better than you, better looking than you, more money than you for some reason, because deep down you feel not good enough and not chosen. It's always an I'm not good enough thing. I saw something on TikTok that manifestation is just psychosis and the girl ended up in a mental hospital. I have been in a mental hospital in the past and I'm very afraid. What do you think? Who the fuck have you been watching? Madeline, there's a lot of shit on TikTok that no one should be watching. There's a lot of fucking idiots on there. Anyone can post videos about anything. Who was the fuckwit you were watching? Manifestation happens every day. It's what you dominantly think. And it just turns up in your reality. So are we all psychotic, are we? Because we're thinking. Stop watching these fucking idiots. Kim said she doesn't believe in it. She said she only did it because she was asked. Oh, okay. What, the sleep affirmations? Can I work on my eating disorder while still trying to lose weight? Yes, you can, darling, but I also want to start saying your body is at its perfect weight and your body is perfect. You love your body. I love my body now. I'm in love with my body now. My body is at perfect size. I'm the perfect size. Start saying those things too, as well as losing weight. No, she was in your live and talking to you, but you didn't see her message before you said what you said about her. Oh, she was already there. Oh, I missed it. Oops. I can't figure out what story. I feel really bad about that. I feel like I was bitching about it, but I promise I wasn't. I need a see you next Tuesday on a. What's this? I need see you next Tuesday on a t-shirt so bad. Oh, except all Australians know what that means, I think. When SP and I first got together, I was very social, but I was distracting myself. Now I just don't want to be that social anymore. Working on subconcept lots, but not sure who I am or how to be that girl again. Oh, look, sometimes guys, you do isolate a bit and you go into like hermit mode, as they say on the tarot, to work on yourself. It goes with the territory. Don't worry about it. I want to get a nose job. Should I affirm for a cuter nose or affirm for a nose job? Same thing with my tatas. Just say my tatas are perfect. My nose is perfect. I have a perfect button nose. My boobs look exactly how I want them to be. My boobs are growing at a rapid rate. My nose is shrinking at a rapid rate. Whatever you want it to be, darling. Has anyone gotten Kim's workbook? Sorry, off topic. Oh, the book that she published? I don't know. Is it any good? Has anyone got it? I'm not succumbing to my normal self-doubt. I'm keeping positive thoughts alive. Wonderful. Working hard on subconcept. Today I had an audition and the president of the company, how would you publish a book, guys? Because everyone keeps telling me to publish a book. How the fuck did she do that? Where did she publish it? Can you just do it through Amazon? I want to know how she did that. Anyone know? How would I go about doing that? You pretty much can make your own rules, right? Yes, guys. Been manifesting my dream job for a while now. I've been very competitive industry with others manifesting same job, but I know I'll come out top. Stop saying it's competitive. Stop saying that. Working hard on self-concept. Sorry, Judy. Today I had an audition and the president of the company told me I have one of the most beautiful voices he has ever heard and that I have a natural talent, a privilege to hear me. Oh, Judy, wonderful. Right. I have to go soon, guys. I need to wee. I've been affirming. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've been affirming that my SP and I have a beautiful marriage and that we have a fairy tale life together. Now he's talking to me about marriage. What can I do to keep this going? Well, don't assume it's not going to keep going, darling. Assume you're fucking married. The end. And then it will be married time. Okay? Don't assume it's not going to keep going. That's wonderful. You're doing that. Keep going. Yolanda accent. I'm crying. I don't know if that was her accent. I was fucking making it up. Dylan said that he has a lot of going on with moving and a lot of things he's manifested. He also said he would post more consistently after he was done with all that stuff. Oh, he's moving and got a lot going on. Oh, okay. He's probably really busy with coaching, to be honest. I did a manifestation technique that I saw on Joseph Allies' channel. I imagined a customer at work giving me a $20 tip. I dropped it and then went to work the following day and it came true. Oh, wonderful, darling. All right. I have one for checking the 3D. We're both online and not asking because we're both checking and blushing and it's hella cute. Turns out he admitted at first and it was true. Oh, so he was online at the same time as you were wanting to talk to you but didn't. Checking and blushing. Oh, and he was checking you and you were checking him at the same time. That's so cute. Dylan moved to Ananopolis with his man. Ananopolis, where's that? Well, if he did a big move, that's probably why. Hi, Loz, why is negative thinking so addictive, like a habit? I've had to really be on it to redirect that positive mindset. Oh, it's just the way your brains always work, so it's just a habit, darling. You accidentally answered my question twice, giving this meaning that I need it to sink in. Did I? Also manifested going to Disneyland for Christmas when circumstances showed it wouldn't have been able to go. Oh, wonderful. Loz, will you buy Kim's workbook? I wasn't thinking of doing it, but I guess I should. Wasn't planning to. I feel like that's like I'm checking the competition or something, but it's not competition. I'll go and buy it. Dylan said, but also I don't want to, honestly, you know why I don't buy anyone's courses? Because I just want mine to be original. I don't want to be influenced by anything else. So I actually won't buy it because I don't want to accidentally copy her. Like I even felt bad that I was even bringing out an I Am Chosen when she's already done an I Am Chosen. But mine's very different. I just don't like feeling like I'm copying people. Because it annoys me when people copy me, like fucking Maria copying everything I say when she started her account. Kind of a copy, like I felt like saying, bitch, get your own fucking ideas. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't like copying people myself, so I won't buy it because I don't want to accidentally, surreptitiously, without realizing, put anything in my subconcept course that came from her that I didn't realize. You know what I mean? Hang on. On TikTok, they talk about how horrible dating is. I think these people are effing stupid. Oh, stop watching that, darling. Press not interested. Do you guys like the workbook? Yes, anyone got it? Loz, I thought my subconcept was on point. SP is back. He's in love with me, but my 8-year-old son is really struggling in school. He has experienced a lot of trauma and is angry a lot and is very stubborn. Stop saying he's angry a lot. Stop saying he's stubborn. Say he loves school now. He loves school. He's loving school more and more every day. He gets along with his teachers. He loves all his friends. He's finding schoolwork really easy. Okay? Say he gets all the help he needs now because he might be struggling, might have a learning disability, he might be dyslexic, he might be finding reading hard or maths hard or something, and therefore he's not liking school and he's angry because he's struggling with the workload. Some kids really kick off and get angry in class or angry at home because they're falling behind and the teachers aren't picking it up. The teachers are picking up all his issues now. He's so good at school now. He understands everything now. He loves school now. He finds school so easy now. Say those things. Don't affirm he has any issues. Just affirm that he's better at school now. So many aha moments on tonight's live. Oh, really? Oh, good. How much will the courses be? I don't know, darling. I still haven't filmed it. I'm affirming for more weight loss a while ago, and you didn't really what? Care about it. Check today, and I've lost 10 pounds out of nowhere. Oh, wonderful. And you haven't changed anything. Oh, great. You're still here? Oh, yes, I am. Got Kim's book. I like it because it helps you write what you really want from SP in any relationship and teaches you how to hang on, I missed it. Direct and teach you how to redirect your negative thoughts. Oh, good. Okay, good. Right here, you go through Amazon. Kindle is KDP. But I can do a published book through Amazon? I thought I could just do a Kindle, but I can actually publish a book through Amazon, can I? Kindle is KDP. Oh. I did not know that. James Johnson, you're the best. Is what your self-talk is, Loz, lol. What is this? Thanks, James. But just buy your own ISBN. Oh, I'm writing this down. Own ISBN ISBN and Kindle KDP. Okay. Thanks for that, John. I read Kim's book. It's great. Oh, good. I think you can just buy it off her website, guys. From Amazon. Okay. I'll do that. I didn't get the workbook. I already know the tools I need, already shared. So I really just kept my automatic day and night affirmations, night one, and redirect my thoughts positively. It works for me. Good. I don't think she did it through Amazon, but she has it for sale through Amazon. Oh, okay, Elizabeth. Oh, you'd know. You're one of her moderators, aren't you, darling? So she didn't do it through that Amazon thing. No, we're here to help you manifest laws. Oh, good. Well, I will manifest a book, I promise, or two. Or three. Loz, please release I Am Chosen sleep tape. Sometimes people's subconscious responds better to certain voices. I, for one, respond better to the English accent. I'm Australian. It's an Australian accent. Darling, that's great. I promise it's coming out tomorrow. I promise it's coming out tomorrow. I've got it all in YouTube, everything. It's all sitting there, okay? Maybe I should premiere it. Maybe I should premiere it. Should I do that? I don't even know how to do it, but I'll figure it out. I'll do that. I'll probably release it about 8 p.m. EST. Okay. Loz, I got triggered twice today. My head started running mad, making assumptions that I don't want to repeat for obvious reasons. However, I firmed against them quickly as I could. Should I worry? No, darling, don't worry. Look, look, some of the fucking shit that enters my mind on a daily basis, I'm like, fucking shut up. Don't think it's going to affect anything. I'm feeling so confident. I have you guys coming back left and right. SP is next. Yes. No, she didn't. So she didn't do it through Amazon. Oh. What are some things to keep in mind when becoming a coach? I don't know, darling. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I didn't want to become a coach. That wasn't my intention. I had no intention of coaching anybody, to be completely honest with you. Honestly, my thought is this. If you have confidence in what you're saying, people will ask you to be a coach. You won't need to offer coaching services. I didn't offer them. People asked me. So I would create content believing that you know what you're talking about. That's all I did. Right? I had the belief that I knew what I was talking about, and then people asked me. Right? That's what I would do. And then you can say things like, people seek out my coaching services. They love my coaching services. I'm everyone's favorite coach. Say those things down. Yes, premiere it. All right, I'll figure out how to do that. I have no fucking clue. If I've never been in a relationship before, can I revise dating people I want to date? Yes, darling, say I've had the best relationships in the world, but this guy got hit by a bus and I fell out of love with this one. Mm-hmm. If you get triggered by negative thoughts, just say, ew, get off me. Oh, that's great. I'm so silly for calling the job I want competitive. I'll start saying they're rolling out the red carpet for me. Yes, darling, don't ever say it's competitive. So do I say my affirmations in my head or do I say them out loud? Either, James, either. It's up to you. I know I say mine a lot out loud just because I can't help myself, but it's just new thinking. So whichever way you want to do it. When I get bad thoughts, I'm like, subconscious, excuse me. And then she's like, all like, oh, just joking, just checking. That's great. I'm scared that when I have these thoughts, they'll manifest. Well, Bethany, stop that. Get out of your fear mindset. Go and do my anti-anxiety meditation. Start having anti-anxiety affirmations like, I don't let my fearful thoughts run me. I don't let my triggers trigger me anymore. I don't believe in any of these fearful thoughts. They're fucking bullshit. The workbook is on Amazon. Yeah, I wonder how she did that. I didn't get the workbook. I saw that one. I manifested someone driving me home from class today as I walked to school, and my friend who I haven't spoken to in a week offered me a ride home. Oh, wonderful. Loz, I now hear you yelling at me when the old story creeps in, and the funniest thing is I've been teaching my friends how to manifest and they've been successful, and then there's me, Loz. Oh, wonderful, darling. Well, that's good. So I'm next if they've been manifesting around you. Mm-hmm. Guys, I've got to go soon because I'm going to wee my pants. Atlee, is it normal to almost feel numb sometimes in this process, feeling numb and like maybe I'm not making progress? The feeling numb could be your subconscious trying to numb out your feelings that you're having with the affirmations. Sometimes numbness is a feeling of not wanting to feel the feelings you're feeling, because so your mind is doing that to cope. It's how sometimes people feel in therapy because they can't handle the feelings. Sometimes affirmations bring up a lot of feelings and your mind will numb you as a result. Don't worry about it. Just imagine that it's working. Will you come on tomorrow on TikTok? It's only YouTube Tuesday, only on Tuesdays. And I just didn't do it last week because I was sick. Kindle is ebook. Yes, I'll do that. Me listening to you makes me dance around my house in excitement, and I've never danced around my house. Oh, wonderful. I love that. With negative thoughts, I say, stop it, you silly goose. Tricks are for kids. Oh, that's great. That's great. It makes me laugh and we get the negative thoughts. That's great. Tricks are for kids. She says that in Sex and the City in an episode. Hang on, guys. Okay. Lowers my self-concept is so good, not great, but I thought I changed the old story of SP, but I think I still feel he doesn't want to be with me. Not sure because I affirm and feel great. Confused, I'll persist on self-concept, I guess. Look, Marie, he probably fixed you a little bit, but not fix the old story about him. So work on that as well. It's just a process, darling. Don't beat yourself up. I don't think I mentioned I manifested concert tickets for me and my TikTok crush to see our favourite artist, and we may be getting meet and greet tickets too. Oh, really, darling, with your TikTok crush? Oh, my God. It's like numbing against my negative feelings, you mean. I haven't felt too positive in the last few days, more neutral or tired, but I did cry once. Well, don't beat yourself up about how you're feeling, darling. Just keep affirming and the feelings will come. I just realised something with the Ghislaine Maxwell case just starting and Naomi Campbell getting outed about it. Oh, did she? What happened? Just now, even though she's got away with it for decades, is all due to her. What? What's it got to do with Naomi Campbell? I didn't know anything about that. Even though she got away with it for decades, it's all due to her. Well, what are you talking about? Thinking about it coming out. What are you talking about? I didn't know anything about that. What's Naomi Campbell got to do with it? Today I was at the gym and my brain kept wanting to tell me, what if you see SP here with another girl, and just kept having to reply, fuck off, I create my reality, my mind plays too much. Yes, I can tell it to fuck off. Are you saying Naomi Campbell has bad self-concept and it purged? I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying about Naomi Campbell? I don't know. Not only did you get, then you manifested them. Awesome. You'll definitely get the meet and greet. Yes, Brittany. Love it. Also, if you need to release emotions, do so, but say your affirmations through those tears and tell yourself these old beliefs are leaving my subconscious now for my new ones. Yes, that's great, darling. Just say, self-conscious, we're in this together, remember? Only we can make this better. Then run through my self-concept affirmations like crazy. That's great, telling your mind you're in it together. Like, work with me here. That's great, darling. I like that, rather than telling it off. That's lovely. Guys, I've got to go. Yes, Naomi Campbell has just been found trafficking girls to Jeffrey and has been covered up all this time until now. Oh, no. You're joking. And she's probably thought about it after coming out, after hearing about the trials. And she probably started freaking out that she was next, and then she was. Oh, didn't know that. Holy shit. What, models and stuff? Oh, how that's really sad. Oh, God. Literally all I'm doing is self-concept and revising here and there. I'm feeling amazing. So much is happening, and I feel so strongly. SP is here. Can't wait to tell you all. Oh, I really love it. I have a success story. I was affirming I'm always catered to while driving to get my nails done yesterday. I couldn't afford the design I wanted, but the tech almost begged to do it for free. Oh, wonderful. Love that, darling. Hooray. The woman was was too stunned to speak. Yeah, oh, God. So disappointing. Oh, wow, really? That's awful. Holy shit. Yeah, there's probably way more big people involved in that case than we realise. Well, that's why it's not getting televised. I mean, yeah. Thank you, Loz, for your love. I'm just manifesting over 1K followers on TikTok. I'm adopting your friends' affirmations. I always get what I want. Oh, wonderful. Yes. That's great. Guys, I'm having to update from now on because the media is hiding the trials right now. Well, darling, I don't really watch the news. Okay, I don't want to watch news stuff in the comments. This is a non-news, politicized, no vaccine, COVID, Ghislaine Maxwell talk place. We come here to escape from the fucking real world. I don't want that chat in here. Go and chat about it somewhere else. Start a WhatsApp group. I couldn't give a shit. And I know that sounds awful, but I literally couldn't give a shit about the news. I haven't watched it for 7 years. Really. If you think that stuff affects you outside of you and it's interesting to you, good for you, but I don't care about what's happening in the outside world, right? It's literally irrelevant to me. And the people I know that care about vaccines, COVID, trials, tribulations, their life's going down the fucking toilet and they're constantly talking about it. And sometimes they're using it as a distraction from their own mind. If it's interesting to you, great, but don't bring it in here because I actually don't want to talk about it. Okay? Loz, what do you think about the 80% self-concept, 20% SP method? That is my method that people have stolen, but okay. Did you hear that from Maria or someone who steals my shit? I heard a lot of people get success doing this. Yes, I know. It's called My Success Stories in my fucking group since I started. Darling, that's what I say. Okay? Please just focus on you 80% of the time. And don't apologize, darling. I just don't want to bring news into here because it's irrelevant to our lives because we're creating our realities, aren't we? So we could be in realities where awful shit like that does not happen to any girls in our reality or around us, and we don't have to hear about it because we're making the world a better place with thinking new thoughts about shit like that no longer happens. Horrible things like that don't exist. If you have a dominant thought that horrible things happen in the world and there's bad people and all these rich people are behind the scenes being evil and the Illuminati and da-da-da, it'll keep existing until we all stop thinking that. I literally have no idea what's going on in the world. I haven't been on social media in almost a year. I have TikTok and YouTube, but I don't pay attention to use it all. Yeah, actually, a lot of the stuff is popping up on my view page that's news, and I just delete it. The only one that was interesting to me was the Gabby Petito because it was all about narcissism and her self-concept. Yes, you're right, Loz, regarding what you said about COVID. Yeah, I don't even talk about it. Don't talk about it, guys, and it will go away. Like every other disease, like polio and all that shit that just eventually just disappeared, and bird flu. The more you focus on them, the more they'll focus on them. As Loz says, you focus more on you, so they will. So really, really focus your 80% of your time or 5 out of your 1 affirmations are all about you. I just want you to focus on you, darling, okay? And yes, Spibarelli, LOA coach has been saying to affirm 80% self-concept, 20% for years. She's the OG. Oh, has she? I've never heard her say that, but she talks about self-love. Self-love. It's very different. She doesn't really talk about self-concept. She talks about self-love a lot. That's very fucking different. I don't listen to Agnes. I think she's fucking confused as hell. But if she's been saying that, I've never heard the bitch say that ever, and I've watched a lot of her videos. But if she did, she did. But she talks about self-love. Self-love. All her affirmation tapes on her channel are self-love tapes. I don't believe in that bullshit. Self-love is different. What's your concept of yourself? Not, I love myself. I love myself. I'm first best, or whatever fucking shit she says. I hate that first best expression. Sorry, it's ridiculous English. That was ridiculous English way I said that. It's grammatically incorrect. That's what I mean. But anyway, if she said that, I never knew that. Yes, you can. Anyone you want. News is hella depressing. I stopped watching it a long time ago. Yeah, I stopped watching it when Brexit happened, and Brexit upset me so much that I stopped watching. Why do you think Anya Superbrelli is confused? Because she confuses LOA with law of assumption. She confuses teachings like Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks has got nothing to do with manifestation. Abraham Hicks is about feelings, right? I can't listen to any of Abraham Hicks's teachings because I think she is a confusing bitch, right? And Agnes teaches her. So she thinks she's based on Neville, Florence Scovel Shinn, Joseph Murphy, and she's a law of assumption coach. If she's talking about anyone like that was in The Secret or had anything to do with The Secret or is Abraham Hicks, she's as confused as hell because that teaching doesn't correlate to anything Neville said. So she confuses her teachings. And she says things like, be a giver, not a taker, and be in love energy and all this bullshit. Love energy's got fucking nothing to do with manifesting. She's talking about the vortex or Abraham Hicks. She's not talking about law of assumption. Very confused teachings. They don't correlate with each other at all. They're the complete opposite of each other. Nothing outside of you is doing anything. If she honestly believes anything's outside of her is doing anything, then she can't be a law of assumption coach because the whole point of it is you are the power. The power is in you. So what the fuck has Esther Hicks's teachings got to do with that? She says everything's outside of you and the vortex will decide and the higher power decides and the universe decides. Complete opposite of I am the power. Thank you for your time today, Loz. Okay, good. You're welcome. Neville wasn't mentioned in The Secret. Yes, I know, because it was a law of attraction book and it was based on Abraham Hicks's teachings. But the only reason why she's not in the book and not on the film is because she looked like a weirdo and they thought the masses wouldn't appreciate a person channeling a entity or whatever the fuck she does. So they took her out of the book, even though the entire book is her teachings. She's very pissed off about it. Go and listen to her interview with Oprah where she's pissed as fuck about it. I am not. She does say that, yes. I can't stand it. I love Neville. I read her before Neville and I didn't get through the book. I listened to Neville over and over because I got results with him, yeah. Everyone's confusing me except you and Manifesting Kimberly. Look, Manifesting Kimberly absolutely knows what she's talking about. Watch her, darling. Absolutely. All right, guys, got to go because I'm going to wear my pants. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. 162 people here. I shouldn't be going, but I've got to go, guys, because I've got a gazillion things to do. And it's going to be 36 degrees in a minute, and I want to go outside the house before it's so fucking hot that I can't bear it. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Oh, have you read the book The Power by the secret author? She mentions Neville a lot. What, in The Power? Does she? I dated a guy in that book. I've read all of those books. She mentions Neville in that book. Does she? I've got a copy out the back. I better go read it. Yeah, I've read all those books actually. All right, guys. 2 hours passed so fast. It's been going for 2 hours. Holy shit, I've been on here for 2 hours. Jesus Christ. No wonder I need to wee so bad. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. I'll be on TikTok later. YouTube Tuesday, every Tuesday. Make sure you subscribe to me and put the notification bell on so you know when the YouTube Tuesdays are, but they're the same time every week. And I promise next week I'll be on time and I won't fuck up the timing. All right, guys, and I will have the sleep affirmations out tomorrow. All right, guys, see you later. See ya. Bye.